right. Welcome back to Code Lavender Podcast. We are really excited today. We are...
That a girl. Yep.
There we go.
Thank you.
We are in beautiful Phillipsburg, New Jersey, collaborating with the Blue Podcast Network. And for those of you who do not know, August is National Breastfeeding Month. So I am really excited. I have my friends Evangeline and Laurie here from Elevation Lactation, and we are going to get into all things breastfeeding today. And Tanya, how are you?
I'm great, Ashley. I'm actually doing really well. I passed one test and failed another.
Excellent.
Wait, which one did you fail? Not the needle sticking.
No.
Okay.
The dosage calculations.
I don't think missing one question is a failure.
I mean, that could
tell
be.
that to the dead guy.
Hypothetically.
Not for nothing. Anyway.
Anyway.
Yes, and I am Tanya, the optical nurse. I'm here to give you some 2020 insight on all things nursing, mamaing, and myth busting. Today's episode is extra special because we're diving deep into the world of breastfeeding and lactation with two powerhouse guests. We're so excited that you girls are here today.
Thank you for having us.
We're excited to be here.
Yes.
All right. So I want you guys to tell us a little bit about you. Who are you? What's your company? How did you get there? How did you guys meet each other? And you're both IBCLCs. We all have a lot of initials behind our name, and nobody ever really knows what they mean. So tell us what that means. What do you actually do? And, you know, I know you work with moms, right? And families. So I want to know, how do they find you? How do they get in touch with you?
Oh, wow. There's a lot to unpack there. We met at a job.
Yes.
Laurie can tell you about what I said to her because I feel like it shows I have very poor social skills, how I first introduced myself.
Yeah, so I went to this job. I was with my preceptor, and Evangeline was in the office. We met. And the second my preceptor stepped out, Evangeline plopped in the chair next to me, turned the chair towards me, and said, "I like your lip filler." And the rest was history. That's how we became best friends. We realized we both had the same passions with careers. We had so much in common. We have children the exact same ages. We both have 6-year-old daughters and 4-year-old sons. So it was just like a match made in heaven.
Nice. That's why I hired both of you, the lip filler and the Botox.
Yes.
Laurie's my mom's soulmate. So then we got this idea to start a company, Elevation Lactation, with E and L. We got the idea that moms really needed like more experience going in. We've both been nurses for over a decade. Laurie was a mother baby nurse. I was actually an ER nurse. I just loved breastfeeding my kids. And I felt like I had gotten so much more support when I got a driver's license than when I was trying to breastfeed. So I just thought like moms need so much more support. So I got the certification, and an IBCLC is someone who they can come in when you're in the hospital and they kind of like initiate breastfeeding, but it's also so important because you want to get an IBCLC to come to your house if breastfeeding is something you're really passionate about.
Yeah, and basically we kind of just saw this gap that we're wanting to fill where a lot of the education about breastfeeding is very antiquated and it's not really up to date with modern women today. So we want to kind of be teaching the things that we actually did, what we use with our children, what we share with our patients, and actually bring that to everyone.
Awesome. Yeah, so I have 4 kids. I breastfed them all, and I concur. It was just like, this is what I'm doing today. So I wanted to go through some, I did some Googling. I went on social media, and as an educated person, I laughed a lot, but there's a lot of myths out there. There's a lot of stuff that I think that we need to kind of take it down and get to reality. So we're going to play a little game.
Should we play a little
Love
game?
a game.
Yeah, we
Let's
should
do
play a little game.
Okay, we're going to call it fact or fiction.
All right.
Are you girls ready?
You guys
We're
ready?
ready.
All right.
And we're
You're on the
drinking
spot.
Blue wine.
Okay, all right, let's
Yes,
go.
and we have our blue room wine.
Oh, we
and
sure
it's-
do.
It's got
We
some
sure do.
sheen
Oh.
to it.
Goodness me. That's what.
I think people are probably like, why are they drinking blue Gatorade? That's a myth. Blue Gatorade won't help you make more breast milk.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow, that's so close to my first question. Very good. Look at you, the soothsayer over there. Okay, my first myth is you have to drink more milk to make more milk.
No.
Truth or fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction.
So if you're someone who regularly drinks cow's milk, if that's part of your diet, you don't have to cut it out necessarily. It doesn't mean your baby will necessarily have an allergy if you do that, but for the same reasons, you also just don't need to drink more to create more breast milk. It's not going to change anything.
Okay, that's good to know. It would seem like it's kind of an obvious thing to me, but again, you guys get the questions. I don't.
All right. So tell me this. What if you have small breasts? Are you going to make enough milk to feed a human?
Yeah, it's mostly about breast tissue. So even if you have small breasts, you still have breast tissue. So you're going to make enough milk. The size of the breast doesn't really matter. Obviously it's more about like storage capacity and other things going on.
So if you have smaller breasts and smaller storage capacity, you may just have to like pump more frequently or feed more frequently to prevent getting engorged, versus someone with larger breasts may be able to hold more milk at once, but the actual production is not dictated by the size of your breasts.
So this is why my kids ate every hour for a year straight. Yes? Yes. Okay. What else? What other myth?
I left it alone. I didn't say anything.
Okay, so this is where they are going to chime in. No drinking when you're breastfeeding? Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Oh.
So I'll quote like the best source for Medications and Mother's Milk by Hale. And they say that basically as your blood alcohol volume goes down in your blood, the same way it decreases in your milk. So time is your friend. If you pump and dump, that's not going to make the alcohol leave your milk any sooner. The only reason you should pump is just for comfort, so you don't get engorged. But again, it's just going to go down with time. So if you're drinking, there's no need to pump and dump, actually.
Interesting.
I'm totally against pumping and dumping. I think that save your breast milk if you have to pump so that you feel comfortable, that's fine. But breast milk it's amazing. It has stem cells in it. You can do so many things with it. I would just, whatever you have to get out to make yourself comfortable, I would just get it out and then label it like in the freezer, I was
just going to ask, this is a weird one, but can I freeze it?
Yeah, no, you can freeze it. Yeah. But then I would use it as like a bath bomb for the kids.
Sure,
or
absolutely.
Like
oh yeah,
because
100%.
it has the stem cells, their skin is so sensitive.
Breast milk.
What a great
bath
idea.
bombs.
Yeah.
I like it.
Wait,
I like it.
I'm seeing a market.
wait,
I'm
breast-
seeing a
breast-
market.
I would
Breast
even
milk for
rub it on
bath
myself.
bombs?
Yes, I would even rub it on myself, so I didn't get like stretch marks.
Yeah, it's amazing
Yeah,
for your skin.
I'm telling you, if you
Stem
put
cells.
breast milk on anything, it heals. Yeah,
I mean,
stem cells. What more can you say?
not much.
Mike wants to know if men can do that too, or if that's bad.
Absolutely.
Yes.
What about
if I go into a store and I say, where are your breast milk bath bombs, no one's going to look at me like I'm crazy. These things
No,
exist.
of course not, honey. They're just
You
going to
should
call
do it.
911.
They are 911.
I was just gonna say, don't worry about it, Mike. I'm
Usually
responding. You'll
when
be all
guests-
right.
I'm just- New guests come in, they bring some product with them. Is there by chance a breast milk bath bomb, breast milk bath bomb?
Not
breast
yet,
milk
but
bath
I'm
bomb?
seeing
Any
the
here?
blue breast milk bath bomb.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm seeing this
breast
coming.
I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see
trademark
Freedom
that
Mom
right
just
now.
came out?
It's Jason
Blue
Bourne.
breast milk. Is that what the breast? Let me ask you a question. Fact or fiction? If you drink blue wine from the Blue Vineyard in
Make tons of milk.
Salisbury, Pennsylvania, will your breast milk be blue?
Well, with certain colors and like certain foods you could eat. I mean, if you drink a lot of it, it might be. People that eat like a lot of vegetables and stuff like that, they can have like greener breast milk and so on.
I'm
if you have
curious.
beets,
Beets.
yeah.
I was just
Beets.
about to ask.
Yeah.
Beets.
Beets are one of those great things, like the ER.
Ugh.
People would. I have a rectal bleed. It's like, did you eat beets? Or like,
I only ask that for scientific purposes because for the novice breastfeeder, maybe first time mom, if they're having some blue wine, because you guys said you can have a little bit of alcohol and still breastfeed, right? You
Mhm.
said that? That's okay?
a lot of
absolutely.
alcohol.
Next
Timing.
thing you know, they're looking at their baby and they see a blue tongue and they freak out. Then they're on WebMD and they got all sorts of copays and everything. Now we
Wait,
know it's-
WebMD's not accurate?
No.
No.
Zero.
No, use Google.
Dr. Ashley says
Absolutely.
no.
Actually use Google.
Use
Go to
Google.
Dr. Google.
Don't just use
100%.
Dawn's Google. Dawn's Google is all messed up, apparently.
That's some
I'm glad you
algorithm,
guys are
Don.
playing games because I have to get out of here really quick soon. But I took the liberty of making a game
Oh my God.
specifically for the
Oh,
four of
okay.
you to play.
Your start.
But maybe you need to get a little bit more lubed up before you a little bit more before you play this game.
I don't know.
Or do you want to do it right now?
I mean,
Can we
I
do it
mean-
now so I can see reactions and hear things before I leave?
Sure.
We can
let's
do
go
it
for
now. Let's go.
I don't want to interrupt the flow of your program.
Oh, well,
There is no flow.
it's kind of
Okay.
more like a diarrhea
All
flow
right.
at this
Oh.
point.
you asked for it.
Oh, bang, marry, or kill.
Bang,
Uh-oh,
marry, kill,
it's the game.
ICU.
Oh
The way
my
my
God.
bang, marry, kills work is you get, there's not 3 bang, marry, kill, there's 4.
All right.
Like WNBA, it was bang, marry, kill, technical foul. When it was political people, it was bang, marry, kill, pardon. Immediately, you get to remove one of the 4.
Immediately,
You take
all right.
one of the 4 right out of the equation, and then you've got to bang, marry, and kill 3 of the others, and you got to explain why.
Oh, wow.
Ouch. And we're going to
Okay.
put them in the ICU. Out.
One of them goes in the ICU. You're not going to use that person. They're not in
All
the
right.
game.
Oh,
All right.
So I'm giving you the luxury of having one person that you don't have to bang, marry, or kill for whatever the reasons might be. But you must articulate.
Can we not use the word kill?
No, we're
How about-
using the word kill.
We can use the word kill. It
Oh, we can't use the word kill?
It-
Of
it
course.
happens.
I always have this argument with him when he does it with political people,
I
and I'm
say
like, Mike, you really
hypothetically-
can't use the word kill
Hypothetically,
with
I
people
killed
that have
Kamala
Secret
Harris.
Service.
Hypothetically, I killed Kamala.
Mike, you see what? All right.
All right.
You see,
Well,
all right,
when they
so-
come for us, we're going to call you for help.
Don't
Play
call
that
me.
thing that you play so we don't get sued. What's that thing you play so we don't get sued?
Disclaimer.
The
The
disclaimer? No,
disclaimer.
Dawn didn't load it in there.
Oh, okay. So maybe we get sued now. Okay. Unless you say, with all due respect, right before you give your answers. Otherwise, we're on the hook for some sort of civil, monies.
Can we zoom in?
You know what? Let's let Canada go first.
I
All
can't.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bang, marry,
So what
kill,
are our
ICU,
choices?
and why?
Up on the screen. There you go.
Oh,
So you got to get rid of one right away.
Right
ICU
away.
goes.
Right away.
Oh, that guy on the left.
Well, this is my thing. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna get rid of George Clooney.
Okay.
He's
You're getting rid of Clooney?
Whoa.
Good, because he's mine.
He's going to the
Yeah.
ICU.
No, he's
Gone.
Gone.
Just gone.
Well, it's better than death, for being fair.
Correct. The
Clooney's
ICU.
in
Gone.
the ICU. You didn't want to kill. Who
Okay.
you banging? Who you marrying? Who you killing?
Banging, marrying, killing. Okay, I already know. It's easy. Dr. Barrett Kane, I'm gonna bang. I'm gonna kill Rick Springfield because it's just
I'm gonna kill
time.
Dr. Noah Drake.
It's just time.
He's never gonna get to meet Jesse's girl.
And I'm 100%, 100% gonna marry Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah.
You marrying McDreamy?
Oh,
I
come
can't
on.
blame you. If I was gay, I'd probably
Listen.
marry him too.
He's just.
If you-
Well, on a slow Tuesday, anything's possible.
It's not slow.
All right,
Yeah.
doctor, you're up. Who you banging?
Wait, who did you kill?
No, but don't worry about it.
All right.
This is my show. This is not yours.
We're not killing it. We're sending them to the
She killed Dr.
ICU.
Noah Drake.
I'm sending Dr. Drake to the ICU. He's from my childhood. He's like my grandpa.
Okay.
He's got to go.
Fair.
He's got to go. General Hospital, rock on, but goodbye.
Yeah.
Dr. Kane, I'm banging. He looks like a lot of fun. Yeah.
He's getting a lot of action today.
I'm definitely, I know Dr. Kane's going to be so.
Because he's going to
Ross-
be down with it. Like he's going to be like, okay, yeah, we can just do this and
Yeah, look at him.
Mhm.
once
Yeah.
and done. And
Yeah.
I mean, you can just
Mhm.
smell it.
May I ask this question while you're contemplating?
No, you may
Yes.
not. Have
What
you-
is the go-to spot in a hospital if you were going to bang? Well, you are going to bang.
Ambulance
Dr. Barrett
bay.
King.
I was
Where
just
do you
gonna say
go?
back in the ambulance.
No,
Back of the ambulance.
Back of an
Ambulatory
ambulance?
I have
surgery.
zero experience in this, but I'm
But don't
telling
you
you
have
the
to,
back
then
of
you have
the
to get the
ambulance.
EMS involved, don't you?
Disclaimer,
Don't you have to get the EMS involved, or they just give you a key?
They hold the camera.
they might be the partner.
Oh.
They hold the camera.
Oh, I thought we didn't.
Listen, there are motel sheets that are cleaner than the sheets in the back of a bus. Hypothetically,
I don't
I'm just
think
saying.
anybody's laying
I
down
mean,
on the back of a bus.
I'm an optician as well, so I got a chair that goes up and down.
all right. So you didn't finish.
I
So
was worried when I said,
Wait.
let's play this game. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, I think there'll be this one
Well, we're
banging up,
fine.
jumping
We
up
got
and down
this.
in seats. This one's in the back of an ambulance. What are
with
we worried
a
about
with
here?
a Sharpie. I absolutely cannot do it
Sharpie?
without a Sharpie.
hold
Like
on
a
a second. Let me
marker?
save everybody right now. Hold on. Here we go.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
There you go. See, now it's free. Now you
All
can
right,
say
so
anything
who
you
you
want.
banging and who you killing?
All right, Dr. Ross, you're dead. I cannot deal with him.
Thank you.
Yeah, goodbye.
Clooney's dying. That's dead. Clooney's dead twice. now.
Clooney's dead. Clooney is.
Well, he's in the ICU. He's not dead. He's in the
no,
ICU.
no. I put General Hospital in the ICU. He's 100
No,
years
Canada put him in the ICU, and now he's dead.
Oh no.
Yeah, now
Sorry.
Now he's dead. He's
Yeah.
gone. He can't. He's not coming back. There's nothing you can do about it.
And then McDreamy, I'm marrying him.
Oh,
He
come on.
is that guy you can talk to all night long.
Mm.
He's got emotion. He's probably gay, but whatever.
No, but he's got a
You
nice.
and I, we're
he's-
doing the nuptials.
He's got a nice, soft and fluffy
Yeah.
side too, though. I like that.
All right, girls.
Next.
Who's next?
Oh,
Evangeline.
you're
up.
next. Here we
Let's
go.
go.
Okay. Who's the guy in the upper left? The general
General
hospital.
Hospital.
Okay, so
You're too young.
he's got to go.
I saw
Gone.
a porno called General
Where's he going?
Hospital.
Dead or
Oh,
ICU?
general.
Gone. He's gone. He's gone.
I see you.
Out.
Okay.
Gone.
All right. I wonder who she's gonna kill.
I gotta say, it's George Clooney. Everybody's killing Clooney.
No, I would bang George Clooney.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Because he seems like a
His ears
bad.
must be ringing right now.
No, he seems like a bad decision that you would make, like after a Christmas party or something like that. Like the doctor that, like, you know, right? Like you just like you make out with him and then like you never talk about it again because he's
There
like
you
too
go.
high up. He doesn't want to deal with you.
Game, they really get into it. Like it's a Christmas party. You make it out with him. You bang him. You never talk him.
We've
No
got a scene.
experience.
The guy's
No,
like,
the
I'm going to bang the
martinis were
attitude out of that
flowing.
one. I'm going to kill that one.
She's setting the scene over here right now.
Then oh gosh, I don't know. I do feel like you could marry McDreamy. Is that it?
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be a
Everybody's
good
married.
husband. I feel like
Yeah.
he'd be too dorky for me, and I wouldn't like take him seriously. So I'm gonna kill him, and I'm gonna marry the other guy because I feel like he's like strong. He could like handle it.
Yeah,
Damn.
There you
yeah,
go.
I see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he could be like a good like sturdy husband. You know?
Yeah.
Sturdy.
All right. Listen,
All right.
you're not escaping this one. Sorry.
Okay. So the first guy from General Hospital, I'm gonna kill because I don't really know who
Oh,
he is. So I don't
R.I.P.
feel bad.
Dr.
that.
Noah Drake.
I'm gonna kill
Get it.
Your dad.
I'm actually gonna send McDreamy to the ICU because he's just really not my type. He's too pretty boy for me.
Right, I like that.
See?
Good, yeah.
That's
Rational-
whole Brad
rational
Pitt
thinking,
theory.
Yeah.
When you're too pretty, it's no
Right.
good.
Yes,
pretty
yes.
boys.
I like a man. So
Right.
because of that, I'm gonna bang Dr. Kane,
Mm.
and then I'm going to marry George Clooney because I love him. That is my guy.
I love him.
I love him.
And that concludes Bang, Marry, Kill, ICU. See,
There
it
you
wasn't
go.
Bill's as bad as you thought it was going to be.
There you
Mo.
go.
Wow.
So I'll use him at the Christmas party, and then you can marry him.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill him.
Dr.
I'm so
Kane got a lot of
sorry.
action. I think 3 of us chose him for
Yeah.
bang.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Dr. Kane.
I mean, he looks like he can lay some pipe.
All right. Listen, trying to make it serious.
I mean,
You have a question here.
okay.
Somebody had a comment. They said, "Can getting a breast implant affect my production of breast milk?"
Oh,
I
Fabiola.
love this
Oh, that's a
question.
great question.
We
I-
love to talk about.
Yeah, I could
breastfeeding
take
and
this
breastfeeding.
question because I have personal experience with it. So I did have a breast augmentation when I was about 23 years old. So I had the augmentation before breastfeeding my 2 children. I was able to bring in full milk supplies and breastfeeding was not disrupted. I will say that if you have a breast reduction where they're actually removing tissue, that can remove some milk ducts and cause a little bit of a problem. So you might have to be aware of that. But an actual implant under the muscle typically doesn't affect anything.
Oh,
In front of the
wow.
muscle, not good.
Yeah,
Like,
in
when
front
we
of the
hear-
muscle is not as
not
good.
good.
Again, a lift, they're cutting a lot more, the
Yeah.
anchor scar and all that. But if you're just getting like the general like cut, put in the implant, close up, it's really not.
Yeah, a
messing
regular
with anything.
implant's just like a
Yeah,
shoulder
it's like
pad
a
or
1, 2,
something.
3
Yeah.
surgery. Honestly, it was like a few day recovery.
Really?
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I actually had a reduction.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's more in depth.
Yeah,
I heard that's
oh.
more painful.
Yeah. Oh, it hurt.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
hurt really bad. And oh, that's so interesting. I never even really thought about
didn't-
the
Yeah,
milk
if they
ducts.
take the nipples off, it's like it. We don't know what like the glands are gonna. do.
Yeah, so I don't know what that incision is called. Like you want it below, you don't want them to really cut your nipple.
Yeah.
Remove it if possible. That's like the best. And again, that's what I did. So I can say from my own experience that it didn't affect my supply at all.
Excellent to
Nice.
know.
I did it after.
Great question,
Yeah.
Fabiola.
All right.
Got
What
me
about, we're really cautious about telling people about cold cuts and mercury containing fish and listeria and stuff when they're pregnant. How about when you're breastfeeding? Can you eat those things or is it still same rules apply?
Yeah, no, eat all that stuff that you want to. I mean, I personally found that you have breastfeeding cravings that are like, like different than pregnancy cravings. Because, your body's making a sports beverage and you just have to remember that the body's going to favor the baby. So you want to make
I
sure
love that.
So you want to make sure that you have good nutrition because, you always hear women talking about like, oh, I got cavities after my second or something like that because the body will just pull. So you want to make sure your nutrition is good and so that you can make a really good sports drink.
I'm going to remember that one. That's great.
Yeah, I'm definitely stealing that too. Sports drink.
Sports or
It is. It's got everything
manufacturing
you
sports
need.
drinks. We're making bath bombs. This is going to be
Well, here's the big one. This is from the senior statesman because weight is constantly on my mind. Does breastfeeding burn serious calories? Can we calibrate this?
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
we can say like, I'm going to say yes and no because so the positive is that breastfeeding does burn 20 to 25 calories per ounce that you make, right? So a baby that's at 7 pounds, they're eating about like 20 to 25 ounces, right? So that's going to be like a 500 calorie deficit. Your body may hold on just like at the end to some like a little bit extra weight because it does need fat reserves. So I personally like went up to like 200 pounds every time I had a kid.
Mhm.
I would drop back down. Like I would drop back down very easily, but my body would always keep like 10 to 15 pounds of fat.
Yeah, like that last 10 pounds, sometimes women won't see fall off until they're finished breastfeeding and pumping. And we just want to be honest about that because most of the
Yeah.
information is just like, you'll lose all the weight. But just like, if that's happening to you, it is normal
Yeah.
because your body needs that fat. Breast milk is extremely fatty. So it needs
Yeah.
it.
Mhm. Okay.
All right. I'm going to kind of go off script, but what about breastfeeding is birth control? Because I have a kid named Liam. Breastfeeding didn't work for Liam. He came anyhow.
Yeah. And there's
He
also
came very
there's
quickly.
actually an increased risk of having twins if you get pregnant while you're breastfeeding.
Oh,
which is
my good
interesting.
Lord.
So I mean, at least you just had Liam.
Just Liam. He was the pleasant little surprise.
So are you talking about using
So
breastfeeding
many
as a method of
people
birth control?
believe that if you are actively breastfeeding that you cannot become pregnant.
So it's most effective for a baby under 6 months of age that's completely exclusively breastfeeding. So
Okay.
I know this personally because I was exclusively breastfeeding my first. I wanted to get pregnant with the second one, so I dropped a feed to start ovulation again, and then just like went right back to it. But it has to be like exclusive. Like you can't be like, oh, I have a night nurse.
Right.
Yeah, and it is possible to ovulate before your first period. So obviously just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
So it is not valid
Mm-mm.
birth control.
It's not like as
It might help.
it's not as exactly.
you should be open to having another kid if you're breastfeeding and
having
a
unprotected
protected
child.
You should
Rely
just
on.
know it's a possibility.
Oh, that's a sweet way to put it, though.
All right. What about when I'm sick? What if I have a little viral something? I've got, I'm not feeling good. Can I breastfeed? Is the baby going to get it?
Yeah, no, you can. It depends on what kind of illness you have. If we have moms, like obviously a big topic is like COVID, flu, things like that. You want to wear a mask maybe when you breastfeed just so you're not like breathing on the baby, but your actual breast milk isn't going to spread that to them. And I know from having years in the hospital, we swabbed babies and those babies were not contracting COVID from their moms, which was great. Right.
All right.
All right.
else?
Well, I have a good one here. How about if your baby is feeding frequently, does that mean that you're not making enough milk?
No.
No, babies cluster feed. That's
Yeah,
what they do.
in the beginning, the first few days, that's how they bring your milk in. And then anytime they're going through a growth spurt, they're going to feed more when they need to kind of kick up your milk supply.
It's so organic, isn't it?
It is. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
I had a couple in the hospital the other day, and they were like, "Nobody told us that the baby was going to eat 8 to 12 times a day." And I was like, "Oh." I thought it was kind of funny.
I've had
Well-
people think that it's just breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're like, "What do you mean?"
I know.
they're like the baby eats at night. And I'm like, yes, it's their only form of hydration and nutrition. So you have to keep that in mind. We don't give babies water that is not safe.
Mhm.
So when they're under 6 months, so you want it. That's their only form of hydration. So they need a lot of fluid, hydration, nutrition.
I think that's really important to emphasize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because then you're not going to overhydrate them as well.
Yes, and the water is non-nutritive, so it could change their electrolyte
Oh,
imbalances.
100%.
It's dangerous to give
Oh,
a baby
yeah.
under 6 months. They should be getting breast milk, or if you're supplementing with formula, that's fine, but no water.
I think that's so important to visit.
Yeah, people are surprised by that. A lot of patients are surprised by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in the summer, parents
Yeah.
usually like grandparents or something.
Yes,
Like,
it's
"You should
usually
give
the older
water."
generation. Like, give him some water, and we're
Yeah.
like, no,
Yeah,
Yeah.
give the baby chamomile tea. It's like no,
Yeah.
they just need
Fennel
breast milk.
tea.
breast milk. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And during cold and flu symptoms, Fabiola had asked if you're breastfeeding during cold and flu symptoms, possible to infect your child.
No, just wear a mask, like Laurie said.
Yeah. And I think we know, I'm not the lactation expert, but I am the other expert. Cold and flu and COVID, they're respiratory droplet
Yeah.
disorders.
Mhm.
So if you would like to breathe all over your child, they're going to get it. And, you're breastfeeding, they're right there in your face. So be smart, wear a mask.
Yeah.
But they're not getting COVID because the breast milk has COVID. They're getting COVID because
Yeah.
you're hacking a lung up all over 'em.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
We all had COVID, and the kids breastfed, and that was just the end of it.
I actually had COVID when I was pregnant, so I was hoping that maybe that gave my son some antibodies.
there you go.
I had a friend actually who her daughter did not want to take the breast at all. And when she did, she actually got very sick, vomited immediately, very, very bad diarrhea. And my friend Yolanda, she felt so guilty about it, like she wasn't making the bond with the baby. And it really followed her, through life. Do you need to do that in order to do that bond?
So let's just unpack that a little bit. I think that like babies not taking the breast and stuff like that, I think it's really like a lack of education, and it's one of those like colloquial stories where like someone will say like, I didn't make milk or something like that, but it's like you probably weren't like led and educated and all that, like her baby probably didn't want to take the breast because maybe they were getting bottles, or like there was some other type of situation there where she needed like a little bit of help and an intervention, but there was nobody there like Laurie or I to support her, right?
So these are the kind of questions that to ask.
So do you need to breastfeed? We all know, moms, there's a million ways to fuck up your kids.
Yep.
A million.
There you go.
You cannot breastfeed.
Just
you
a million?
Just a million. Yeah. No,
I think dads know it too.
maybe 2 million. Yeah. But no, there's
we know it.
a million decisions. I always tell patients, I say birth is, dependent on the baby. Parenting is stylistic. So you can do whatever you want. Maybe if you don't breastfeed, you'll be like a really, really, like you'd be sleeping all night. You'd be really, really patient and all that kind of stuff. Or you can, bond with your baby. I guess the other, you can
such a compassionate way to view.
Skin to skin, all of that will help with bonding.
Yeah.
I don't like either of the phrases. I don't like breast is best and I don't like fed is best either, because I believe women deserve more than 3 fucking words.
Thank you.
When possible,
Thank you.
human milk for human babies
Obviously.
is optimal nutrition.
Obviously.
There are some benefits that formula will never be able to replicate. However, formula will.
She did not use the formula. She did pump.
Okay.
But
just still breast milk. She's still breastfed.
It was just the latching that just didn't happen, that connection, that physical connection. And I know she always felt a certain like disconnect over it. And I just thought, it is just nutrition. Yeah, it is a behavior as well, but she was the primary parent.
Yeah.
So
And exclusive pumping is tough. I give those moms like all the credit in the world.
Yeah, she suffered.
It's a lot of work.
I hate to say this, but I almost feel like it's like someone saying like, do I have to sit down and like make a home cooked meal and like eat with my kids every day? Like something like that. Or like, is it okay if I give them like whatever, like something that's
macaroni and cheese,
which we do, of course. But, like, I think, like, yes, there's like so many ways to bond with your kids, but it's just a way that like moms can really like, like pick to.
If it's there, use it. If it's not.
I also think that like something that's really not spoken about is that like it's the only chance in nature that you really get the opportunity to like take out insurance on yourself. For a woman, like for every year that you breastfeed, you reduce your risk of developing certain types of cancer by 6%. So it's like this is your opportunity.
Just another reason to do it.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
It's also free. And I mean, we can talk about the cost of formula.
Yes.
The last stuff I read, which is a while ago, so I probably need to correct it, but it's one of the largest markups in the retail world, formula. And the price that is paid for it is really kind of staggering. So, that's what I always talk to people. It's free, it's convenient, there's no warming. You don't even actually have to really get up and go to the kitchen at night. So that was my motivation when I breastfed, beyond other things.
And again, that just lends itself to that more peaceful mind that mommy has. I don't have to get out of bed and get cold and go do da. You just do that with the baby. And it really is just such an organic, beautiful thing.
All right. So do you TikTok?
Laurie TikToks for us.
Laurie, you TikTok. All right. I'm coming at you. The other night I was on TikTok. I was in my bed, disrupting my sleep with blue light. And I saw lactation cookies. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Talk to me about lactation cookies.
So Evangeline did a video on this. We have that on our page at Elevation Lactation on Instagram and TikTok. But we don't like lactation cookies.
I'm against them.
Do they taste good? First of all, I need to understand.
Most of the time, if a woman is getting like some benefit after she had a bunch of lactation cookies, it probably just means her nutrition was like missing something. Like she wasn't eating enough carbs. Like that totally affects your breast milk supply. No keto diets. We don't do intermittent fasting when we're breastfeeding. So maybe that mom just needed more calories in general. But the cookies specifically, like, are filled with sugar. You're not going to eat a bag of cookies, like Evangeline said, and bring in a full supply of milk if you're not removing milk by either directly breastfeeding or pumping. So if you want to have one, have one. But honestly, it's not going to make or break your supply.
Yeah,
all right.
It's not going to do anything.
Have you tasted them? Because I need to understand.
I never even tasted it.
Look good.
I never even tasted it, to be honest with you.
They
I've
did
never
not
made
look
them
good.
at home. I've never bought them. I've never believed in. I was an IBCLC already when I had kids, so I kind of was already.
All right.
There's like the dark arts of nursing, which is like the fenugreek and stuff like that. And that's
Yeah.
like its own bag. So fenugreek, it can make you produce more breast milk.
So fenugreek is an herbal supplement,
Yeah.
and I'm really into that kind of stuff. So continue. And what about blessed thistle? Because I know that's another one.
So that's another one. The fenugreek particularly will bring in more milk. It's even sold for, if you ever saw those like enhance your breast kind of like, so it's meant to, I guess I think it's made to make you make more estrogen. I personally took fenugreek when I had like a dip in supply from taking allergy meds, and I did find that I had like a very large output, that it like upped my like output. 1,500 milligrams is supposed to be the therapeutic dose, but I've had patients like in private practice that have taken the fenugreek and they've said all kinds of things about it. But you also have to remember that you're dealing with like a postpartum population. So like, what does that mean so one girl told me that her like vagina got super itchy. Another, it does make you smell. One of the side effects is it makes you smell like maple syrup. So you'll smell like maple syrup and the baby will. Some people might not like that. I felt like I smelled like a Yankee Candle store. Like it was just not like, it wasn't a smell I would like choose. Other people said that the baby got very gassy afterwards. So, but babies, postpartum moms and babies, like it's very, maybe the baby was just gassy.
It's very anecdotal. Like there's not
Yeah.
one magic product that we could say like, well, 100% increase your supply.
Yeah.
The fenugreek can increase it. For some women, it decreases it. So the main thing, again, the main point we want people to take away is just frequent emptying of breasts through breastfeeding and pumping is the best way to build and maintain a milk supply.
Very good.
And if there's one thing that boosted supply so much, I just opened a seltzer and it started to explode. If there's one thing that boosted supply so much, that company would be like a billionaire.
Right, exactly. And everyone would just take that.
Yeah, like even the blue Gatorade thing I was saying before, like it would just be like we would never be able to buy it,
That's good.
Well, and that's what, I think we have to talk about, like medical advice. And, I work with patients all the time. We're getting our medical advice on TikTok and Dr. Google and this and that. And some of these products, every time I go on TikTok, there's a gummy for something. My vagina is going to smell great. I'm
Like
going to be,
peaches.
I'm going to be smart. I'm going to make breast milk if I take this gummy. And, why do you think people just buy that crap? Like, why?
They want like a quick fix.
Yeah.
They just want they want the easy way, I think, like the magic trick.
I hate to say this, but I feel like it's almost like we circle back to like Ozempic or something like that. Like, why does everybody want to be on it or something? And it's like, oh, because you don't trust that you'll be able to do it like by yourself, So if someone's like, oh, take this pill, then you're like, oh, I'm going to make more. But what I say to that all the time is that like where the mind goes, the body will follow. So like if you're someone who's like, oh, I'm not going to make enough breast milk. Oh, my sister struggled, all this kind of stuff. You have to just be like, this is my birthright. I'm going to feed my baby. Like my body is going to make enough milk. If you're very just like zen about it and like this is going to happen, I think that your body will lead you there.
Yeah, I would say one of like the biggest reasons that women stop breastfeeding or introduce formula is from the misunderstanding that they believe they don't have enough milk. It's one of the number one reasons.
Or they want to see it.
They're like, oh, I don't have milk. I had the baby. They're like, I don't have milk. But we explained the process and what it's supposed to be like, and that you have colostrum and what you have to do to bring in a milk supply.
Yeah.
So again, we just need more education. That's why we're so passionate about prenatal education. A slideshow at a hospital is not probably going to do that much for you. So we do in person. We're in your house. We're teaching you your pump. We're checking your breasts. We're showing you breastfeeding positions. So you go in prepared.
Yeah. I mean, you seem to anticipate questions that I would never think that someone would have, frankly.
I think the other thing also is that like you just spend so much time at the OB when you're pregnant, but they never talk to you about breastfeeding. And we all say like, they're like, do you want to breastfeed? It's like, do you want to eat healthy? We're all like, yes, of course we want to breastfeed. We want to eat healthy, but then you have no education in it.
Yeah. Then where's the support following that?
Yeah. And so women come into the hospital and they have no idea like what to expect. How many times a day do babies eat? Nobody told me that.
Right.
And I was already like a pediatric ER nurse when I had my first kid. I had no idea how many times babies ate. If you were like, how many times does a baby eat? I would be like, 4 or 5.
Right. Like, let me pull out my nursing textbook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have no idea. Because we get like 3 months of maternity and pediatrics or something. You don't get that much education. So if you don't go into that field,
but
you don't
the
know.
focus is not on breastfeeding in nursing school, as we all know.
No, definitely
Not
not.
at
It
all.
is not. It takes up about 5 minutes of the whole program.
Yeah. They should, moms should breastfeed, but if they don't, there's this.
Next.
What do you think, what do you think the biggest challenges, the barriers are? Because, so many people come in, yes, I'm going to breastfeed, and we are discharging them with a bag of formula, which is another pet peeve I have. But, what are the barriers? What makes women and families, because I think it's family experience.
Oh,
What
I
makes
agree.
people quit and just forget this?
Good question.
I think that they don't come into the hospital knowing that babies lose weight, knowing how often they're eating, and knowing that it's kind of it's an exhausting experience in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I feel like obviously birth is its own separate animal, giving birth, and different things happen. Sometimes it's unexpected. Sometimes a mom might have a really long labor, and sometimes it could feel like even at the hospital, like that's the first thing that gets taken off the table. Like, oh, the mom had a rough delivery, so she's not going to breastfeed. She's just going to give formula. But if her goal was to breastfeed, now she's walking away with a delivery experience she didn't love, and also not being able to feed her baby the way she wanted. So we're needing more support for these people.
Mm. All right. Well, I don't know if I have any more myth versus fact. Do you? Do you guys have one that comes up commonly?
So commonly, let's think.
Older moms versus young moms.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a barrier. I'll say if if a patient's mother didn't breastfeed them and grandma's in the corner, just give the baby a bottle. The
Yeah.
baby's hungry. The baby's this. The
Mhm,
baby needs
mhm.
more. They're not understanding kind of the size of a newborn's belly, the nutritional value of colostrum. So
Yeah.
without that knowledge, they're just seeing a baby cry and assuming oh, it's hungry, it needs more. But I always say, the way formula companies give out free formula to everyone, we know how much formula costs, right?
Right.
So obviously, if they're sending anyone with a baby registry formula, they know that early introduction of formula leads to early cessation of breastfeeding. If not, they would be wasting so much money. They would
Yeah.
have no business. Why would they
Right,
be giving away
right.
all this free product unless they knew that introducing that makes you dependent on that, and then you have to buy that more?
Yeah, of course.
That's the business.
I think
Yeah.
the other thing is that breastfeeding, I really do. I think it's our birthright that's been stolen from us and repackaged.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that, it's just, you just go into the hospital, you breastfeed. And I think a lot of moms think that breastfeeding and formula are equal, and they're completely not. But I think a lot of moms are oh, well, what happens if I just give a few bottles overnight? And it's just but you want to bring in the supply. You want to, breastfeed your baby exclusively. Bottle feeding does change the game,
Yeah.
So, I think it's really been something that it has been repackaged to us.
Yeah, and this is not to discredit. There are moms who truly have a low milk supply or other reasons they aren't able to breastfeed, and formula will meet a baby's nutritional needs. Formula saves lives. We're not anti-formula here
No,
by
we're not.
any means. Of course, baby needs nutrition, but it's just that thought that sometimes you feel you can't talk about the benefits of breastfeeding without offending someone. But
Right.
it's we need
Yeah.
to give you. This is an honest education. You're not
Right.
you're not making a fully informed decision if I'm not telling you the differences.
Oh, correct. 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, we're all pink on the inside. We're nurses. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, but we need to identify what it is that's working and what isn't,
Yeah.
and just have a very frank, honest conversation. And really, it's typically between females. We can all just be honest with each other and say what needs to be said. Bearing in mind, of course, you guys are seeing these moms in their postpartum state, and they're, full of all kinds of new hormones and chemical cocktails.
Yeah.
And so, I think that the honesty is it can be handled properly, but it is extremely important to be totally honest.
Absolutely.
So I have a question, kind of a myth or whatever. What can I get from breast milk that you will never get from formula?
So much.
You
So
guys
much.
What's-
I mean,
what?
first of all, with the colostrum, they call it liquid gold for a reason. It has so many antibodies, white blood cells. Just your breast milk is a living thing. Your breast milk changes. So the way that a baby getting formula will eventually take maybe up to 8 ounces, a baby getting breast milk pretty much takes a similar volume, 4 or 5 ounces the whole time, because your breast milk is changing with their needs, which is so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The body's such a miracle.
That's one of the reasons why we want the babies to have the skin to skin contact, because it literally, their spit goes into these glands here. It goes up to the brain, and it says okay, this is the kind of beverage we need to make. And it goes down and it says okay, the baby needs more this, that. Yeah. So it's
Really?
personalized. Mhm.
Well, and I think the other thing,
So
a
bespoke.
common kind of myth that needs debunked, and I know a lot about this, but I had a very, very high level for NICU, and many times our parents would say, my baby was born at 25 weeks, 26 weeks, I'm not capable of making the right kind of milk, when in fact preterm breast milk is the best kind of breast
Yeah,
milk.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I actually had an entire milk bank that we pasteurized our own preterm breast milk, and we had no formula in that facility. No baby was eligible for formula.
That's awesome.
And it was an interesting thing, because when I walked in the door, I'm like, oh God, how am I going to fight? It wasn't never a battle. And I think to your point, Evangeline, it was just about education and the way it was presented. But our babies in the NICU there only got breast milk. And, I think that's another conversation, donor milk. I'm very passionate about donor breast milk. And I think that all infants should have the ability to have breast milk, even if maybe their mom can't make it. I work in the transgender space. I work with a lot of people of different preferences. So I believe two men who choose to have a child should be able to provide that child with the same nutrition that as a cis woman, I could provide a kid. So, I think donor milk is such a problem because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And, unless I have a true medical necessity for it, I'm not able to get it to where it's affordable. So what do you guys, how do you breach this stuff?
It's hard though, because breast milk is made from the blood. So it does have to, go through certain things. Historically, people would wet nurse. Like if I came over to Laurie's house, maybe she would breastfeed my kids. I would breastfeed her kids. I think that it seems kind of like gross to people in this day and age. And I could see moms, you probably have more experience, but like turning down the donor milk and saying like, no, I'd rather give formula because you just like don't know.
Yeah. But then I say, do you know the cow?
Yeah. Do you know the cow? Who
Do you
knows?
have a personal relationship with Bessie?
Yeah.
Best
I personally, I had an
do
oversupply with the
not.
second one. I donated to a gay couple who they had twins. I felt like it was like one of the nicest things that I could do to provide like another baby with the same nutrition. Breast milk is just so
humanitarian.
Yeah, it's so incomparable to formula. I personally feel like, obviously, like Laurie said, we all have those like situations. Like there's situations where the mom can't produce and like formula has its place, but breast milk just has so many benefits, especially for really like preterm babies.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like even the difference of a couple weeks, like if a baby's 35 weeks or a baby's 38 weeks, like just because the 38-week baby is 3 weeks older, like they still can deserve and have the benefits from the nutrition.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No.
Yeah.
So, I guess maybe my biggest question would be, do you find the moms are feeling more overwhelmed and alone because the focus is so much on the baby?
I don't know if it's because of that. I just think it's our time that we're living in right now. Like most people, like the husband and the wife both are working. The mom's returning to a job. Like you're not staying home. You have other responsibilities, other children. So it's like so much pressure on a woman that I feel like the first thing they're like, oh, I'm not going to be able to breastfeed. I'm not going to be able to pump because I have to do this and this and this and get back to work. And it's just like, again, just like the legislation about maternity leave and better paid leave in America. And it's like such a big process.
And the myth about the snapback, or that like, we should all like be back in our
size
fours,
like you're like you need to like go out to like a party the week after you give birth, like on social media, everyone posting like their pictures of like their hot bodies like a week after giving birth, and like just like the rush. And like I try to tell people, just slow down. Like you do this a couple times in your life. Like Ashley got to do it 4 times. I did it twice only, but like, in the grand scheme of things, it's like a blip on the radar. So it's like, what's more important than that? And it's sad though that some women don't have that support to be able to kind of slow down and do that.
I went back to week after 7 weeks with each kid, and I would tell you that it was like, if I could go back in time and do anything in my life again, I would absolutely have taken more time. Even though like I only went back part-time, but it was just so difficult. I mean, I breastfed both of them for years. It didn't like thwart that, but you have to make it a priority. And I think that, like they say, like one of the things that our kids teach us is that like maybe we're supposed to slow down a little bit,
Yeah, that's a great point.
And we were lucky because our jobs, we worked at hospitals. So obviously, especially me on mother baby, I was able to pump and had a place to pump. I hear women all the time, regardless of the fact that it is a law, that they are not given like an adequate place to pump, or they're like, I won't be able to pump. They're not going to give me a break. I won't be able to have time to pump. And that's ridiculous.
We actually have one at our police command.
Awesome.
We actually
love it. Oh, I love a girl cop.
I will send
Go
you
girl.
a picture of that station. We have a pumping station at our police command in the female locker room.
I love that.
Yeah, well,
And just so
Awesome.
people watching know, what are you? It's a law. I'm aware of this. What's the law tell us?
I mean, I don't know
You don't
in
have to
detail,
quote
but that
it,
you're
but-
you're supposed to have like a
The law is
non-bathroom,
a non-bathroom,
like
place to pump,
private
yeah.
place to pump and be given appropriate breaks.
time
Yeah,
in
appropriate
which to
times
pump.
depending, when you're breastfeeding. And a lot of women are wearing the wearables now, which is helping, but you shouldn't have to just like walk around your job at a wearable. You should be
No.
able to sit down and pump properly. So it's like a double-edged sword with those, because it's like, do we really, it's
Yeah.
like telling moms like, well, you need to be up and doing things.
Also,
So
what's
here's this
15
wearable
minutes?
pump.
Honestly, I would leave and pump for 15 minutes when I worked in the ER.
Yeah, it's not
like,
long.
I'm sorry, but like teachers can go aside for 15 minutes. Like
Yeah.
nothing is like, so like the ER, it's life and death. I would literally be like, watch my patients for 15 minutes. I'm going to go pump, like
Right.
you deserve that,
I was actually in ShopRite. This is a couple years ago, and I heard it. And I looked, and the woman behind me just had her breast pumps in her shirt, baby in the thing, toddler in the front, pumping away, getting her groceries. And I just like smiled. I was like, you know what? Rock on.
yeah,
I know.
absolutely.
Whenever I see a mom like nursing or pumping, I always just want to give them a high five. Like, yes, girl.
Yeah, it's amazing how stigmatized it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I just can't
Yeah.
believe we're still talking about this.
Yeah.
Well, and what about the people who just wig out in public because a mother is breastfeeding her baby? What can we say
That
about
is
that?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say the nursing covers are for your comfort, not anyone else's. So if you personally don't want to be exposed for yourself, that's fine. But like, please don't wear it for anyone else. Like, I wouldn't really want to eat with like a blanket over my face. I don't know if
Yeah.
you would. So there's no need. It's natural.
Well, it
That's what
depends.
our-
Have you ever had Big Macs at 2 a.m? I want to eat with a blanket over my face at that point.
Maybe.
I'm
I'm not saying I
ashamed.
wouldn't, but that's what our breasts are really made for.
Well,
That's
yeah.
right. That's
I always
right.
whip them out. I didn't care.
Well, and that's
It's
that's one of
it's
the
so
things.
hard. Honestly, like they make better ones now that kind of pop out more to give them all more space. But it was like so hard for me to breastfeed with the babies like moving around, like they're not comfortable. And it's just like, who are we doing this for?
I don't know. That's my question.
If a
I
woman
mean,
really gets upset and it's like, why is your breast out? Like you need to up your game then.
Yeah.
Like if
Like if you're jealous of a breastfeeding mom
if
and
you're-
you think like your husband's gonna be like tempted by that, like you have bigger problems.
you have
no, literally,
such
me
big
at 5
issues.
months postpartum. If you're that jealous of someone who's sleeping in like 90-minute like intervals, like you need to go do something for yourself.
I know, like that's the last thing that breastfeeding mother is
Right.
looking at
Yeah.
is your boyfriend.
We don't
or
wanna have
husband.
sex with
We
your
don't
husband.
want
Get
your
outta
bald
here.
husband. Leave us alone.
We don't even want our own
Please.
husbands. Get out of here.
That's
All
it.
right.
That is so it. Yeah, it's I can't believe it's still a thing,
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
this
It was probably much more acceptable 200 years ago, honestly,
Yeah,
because it was the
You
only
think?
way.
because it was the only
Yeah.
way.
It was the only way.
yeah.
But women were home and they weren't working and stuff, so they
Right.
might have just been breastfeeding in their houses. It's just a different world we live in, which again, that's why we got to like update the education. 'Cause
Yeah,
we're
but
not
they're-
like home
They're
24
neat
hours with our
little guys.
babies.
They're not making a mess. They're not doing anything. It's not like watching somebody eat a Big Mac on the train or anything like that. I mean, it doesn't stink. It's just, it's such a beautiful little thing happening. I mean, mind your business and go about your life.
Exactly.
Yeah, unbelievable to me.
So I worked with a nurse, and oh my God, this is years ago. And interesting person. I believe she had like 5 kids at this point in time, but I don't know how the conversation came up, but she let us know that her and her husband actively put her pumped breast milk in their coffee every morning.
Mhm.
And it got quite a reaction from the peanut gallery, but is that okay? Is it okay for non-infants to consume breast milk? And what do you put it in? What's the benefit?
I mean, we're sitting here with blue wine in front.
I know.
They're
just gonna
breast
say.
milk in this wine.
I mean,
So
okay.
like adults can drink breast milk. The breast milk is tailored from the mom's body for the infant's gut. But at the same time, it does have all those stem cells in it. So if you want to drink breast milk, I say go
Yeah,
for
if you
it.
have it to spare, obviously, don't take it
Yeah,
from your baby.
don't take it
to
from
make
the
your
baby.
coffee more
Obviously, yeah.
exciting. But if you have that extra breast
Exciting
milk,
coffee.
yeah, maybe you could use your drunk breast milk in your coffee.
Yeah.
I'll stick with Bailey's.
All right, so forget this.
Same.
I'm going to bring it out.
Same.
You guys are on social media and you're talking about slutty pumping. And I love you both because
Oh,
I
I
hired
can't
you and
wait.
I know you. talk to me about slutty pumping.
We wanna
'cause that's
hear.
a different take.
Ooh,
Yeah.
do it.
That's
So-
a whole different way to go with
It
this.
always relates to oxytocin. That's like the big hormone, the love hormone. That's the hormone you release when you do skin to skin, the golden hour, when you breastfeed, it relaxes you. And we always talk about things that boost your oxytocin.
Mhm.
As many people know, having an orgasm is going to release oxytocin in your body. So I say
Mhm.
orgasm because it doesn't have to be sex. It could be any way
Yeah,
you
you
want to
can
go
pleasure
about
yourself.
it. Yeah, however you want to go about it. I don't know if anyone's watched The Hunting Wives. That's a great show to turn on maybe before you get into your slutty pumping. But
Have
yeah,
I talked to
actually-
you guys about bang, marry, kill? I mean, what were I'm sorry, go ahead.
So yeah, I mean, that after that oxytocin release, you can end up pumping more milk, and it's a good way to have fun with your partner. Maybe you're, after your postpartum, it's a rough stage in any relationship. So maybe to spice
Yeah.
things up, like you're like, hey, I want to get something out of this too, and get more milk output. So we always joke that like after
Just
you're
run.
done, the woman
Run
like
with
runs
it.
away and puts the pump on 2 seconds later, and we're like, you can snuggle later.
You
They
can
also say-
snuggle.
Every breastfeeding session that you have, it releases as much oxytocin as an orgasm. So
So you're telling me breastfeeding's orgasmic?
yes, 8 to
Well,
12
some
orgasms
some
a
people
day.
I
call
missed
letdowns.
that
I don't know
part.
if you've ever heard that. They call it like a boobgasm when you have a letdown. Like I don't know if you could like
Yes,
feel your
yeah.
letdowns, but it's like that sensation of like
Yeah.
a rush that you get.
Yeah.
So it's obviously different. It's not the same type of rush, but you do feel a rush when you get a letdown.
Well,
Can men breastfeed? I'm just now that
Yeah,
I
half
was-
of them do.
If
uh,
they're
Stop.
a trans man can obviously.
a trans
A
man
trans
can
man can absolutely breastfeed. And otherwise, no.
Well, and I think it's important. We have chest feeding devices. And
Yeah.
anybody ever see Meet the Fockers?
Yeah.
Yes,
Right,
with like
and-
the fake boobs.
And we
stuff.
kind of laughed about that, right?
Yeah.
But now that's sort of the reality. And, I think, again, I'm in that space, that whole DEI space. Like, yeah, if this is what they want to do, but maybe they're not going to have the breastfeeding orgasm. But I think
Well,
it's important.
It's listen, if it's not hurting anybody.
What about that? Does breastfeeding hurt, or should it hurt? What if it hurts?
Usually it's a problem with the latch if it's hurting. A little bit of soreness just because your body's not used to feeding a baby 8 to 12 times a day. So the wear and tear, you might feel a little sore. It's a change. But if it's very painful, the crack, the bleeding, all of that stuff,
Yeah.
that's a poor latch.
Okay.
I always say it's like wearing high heels. Like your nipples get no action in your regular life. Like
Yeah.
you're never concerned about your nipples. And then all of a sudden you're doing stuff with your nipples like 8 to 12 times a day. And you're like,
It's
it's
hyper
going to be a
aware.
little uncomfortable. If I started gnawing on the back of your elbow 8 to 12 times a day for like 15 to 20 minutes, I'm sure that would hurt too.
yeah.
No reason to stop.
Yeah. So we definitely say
I was
soreness.
like, maybe
is
somebody's
normal,
into
pain
that.
is
I don't know.
Elbow nibbling.
Whatever you're into.
There's a page for everything.
Oh my god.
Oh.
No.
All right. What about
Fight it.
the big old
Right, right.
argument that breasts are for your partner? They're, I hear that. I see it. Like,
Yeah.
what
I've
about
heard
that?
people say that. They're like, breastfeeding is gross. I'm like, that's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say about that. It's just such a
I don't
small-minded
either.
point of view.
I know.
I
feel
kind of
like-
almost can't even entertain it. It's like ridiculous. Like, it's not obviously when you're feeding your baby, it's not in a sexual nature at all. It's totally different. You're nourishing them. It's natural. Every other mammal breastfeeds their young.
Yeah,
like,
of
so we're the
course.
only ones who use from another mammal.
Mhm.
And when people use formula, so it's natural. Of course, we're like that's why we're all still here is because of breastfeeding.
I think there's nothing sexier or more feminine you can do than breastfeed. When women are like, my breasts are for my husband, I'm like, please.
Sorry, boys.
There's a time and a place for both.
They're for
I
the
mean-
community.
They kind of are. I mean,
Are they?
wait, no, I'm not getting on a therapist
on.
couch.
No, come
nope,
on.
nope, wrong. No, they're for the babies. Yes.
Oh no, you
I-
picked the scab. Come on, let it
We
bleed.
have a show coming up on mommy issues. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
coming. They're coming
All right, well, I'll be the first one on that. There you go.
on the
Um,
couch. Oh. All right, so I think this is a good place to take a break.
Yes,
We're going to
get
come
up,
back and
stretch
make
your
a little
legs.
beverage and continue on.
Yeah, we have a
Oh,
little
boy.
surprise for you after the break.
We're not going
No.
to kill anybody. We're just going to make a drink.
No,
Yeah.
you
So,
use the
disclaimer,
kill word.
Quick.
Send them to the ICU.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Slippery nipple. We're gonna make a slippery nipple here. Tanya, what are you doing?
Well, I'm fucking up.
Okay.
Frankly.
All right.
But it's okay. I'll take the ugly one.
All right. This is the nurse's nightcap. We're
I'm
making
sorry,
a slippery
but this-
nipple
look,
in
I'm
honor of
using-
breastfeeding
This
awareness
one here
month.
is mine.
No, but this is so awesome because it's separating by density.
Well, I know,
It's
baby,
almost
that's
like
what I'm
breast
doing.
milk.
Yeah, like how the fat ring stays on top and
Yes.
the bottom
Fat
looks like
ring.
bluish. Yeah.
I'm doing a little.
I really don't want to drink this now. The fat ring.
Well, you can have the other one.
What is this?
It is.
It's Evangeline's breast milk.
It's my breast
Excellent.
milk
Sambuca.
from my kids.
It's
From our
Sambuca,
freezer stash.
and it's
All right. Well, give yeah. go ahead.
Bailey's Irish cream.
Okay.
In the right shot glasses.
Wait,
Those are fancy.
this is a medicine cup. This is what we use to give you your digoxin.
Why do you have to ruin everything?
Are what?
I don't
Digi-
know. Viagra.
She's ruined.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, you know-
Sildenafil.
All right.
You know how we're
Sildenafil.
Oh,
You see?
damn. All right, he knows about it.
You know how we're giving up my
Well,
in the hospital.
okay,
We don't want
was-
any men not to have
Who the
erections.
fuck gives out
No,
Viagra at the hospital?
no. See, now you're gonna feel bad. My daughter needed that because
Yes.
see, she
Because
needed
it's
the
a
sildenafil.
vasodilator.
See,
Gets all
there you
the
go.
blood
It had
pumping.
nothing to do with erections, dirty girls.
This is the dirty girl.
No, they-
Oh boy.
right.
Here we
Now,
go.
okay, these are like pancakes. This one's ugly, so it's mine.
All right, so we're.
Woo!
Oh, this
Oh,
is
there's whipped cream.
dangerous.
Oh,
Get it under control.
Also, I made these last night, and oh shit, I made these last night, and oh shit.
I'm okay without whipped cream.
All right.
Yeah.
And I choked on it and spilled it all over myself. So
So we've got a little Bailey's, a little Sambuca, which is an anise flavored Italian liquor. So I'm already hating it, but I'm gonna do it. And you've got a little cherry and whipped cream on top.
I didn't know we'd be drinking. I would have brought some ouzo.
well, it's like
What is
ouzo.
ouzo?
It's pretty much
Greek.
ouzo.
It's like
that's the
yeah.
Greek version. Yeah,
I
100%.
always forget
All
not
right, everybody.
your last name.
serve
I mean, I don't know
yourself.
how I
You can
forget
see
that
don't
you're
have
Greek.
anybody here.
I'm Italian though, so I'm appreciating the selection.
Okay,
today.
all right.
Do you want whipped cream or no?
I don't. Either way is fine for me.
They're all lovely.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay. It's about the taste, not the.
Pass along, please.
Give Lori her
Passing it
slippery
down.
nipple.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, and you don't want.
Here we
Okay, I'll
go.
take whatever.
I've been cheated on the whipped cream, which is awesome because I hate it.
Okay.
The other day, I was at the bar and I got a pina colada, and it was like so much whipped cream to get through. It was so gross. It was pina colada martini or
All
something.
right. So,
What?
All right, cheers to the
Cheers.
breastfeeding.
Well, what are we cheersing?
Breastfeeding,
Yes.
Breastfeed.
All
infant
breastfeeding.
nutrition,
There you go.
What
there we
else?
go.
Slippery nipples.
slippery nipples. All right,
Cheers.
Oh, good.
oh,
Give it a minute. It actually gets better.
I'm dealing with a cherry right now.
It's
You
good.
can't say give it a minute.
I'm
Give it a
chasing.
minute.
I'm using a chaser over here.
Just wait.
I know. I'm
Wait,
gonna need a
wait.
chaser.
You want water?
Bartender.
Wait. Hold on, it gets better, I swear.
There's whipped cream in here, I promise.
Whoa.
Look.
That's
All
sinus
right.
sinus clearing.
It's like
I thought out the
drinking
recipe.
black licorice. That's what it's like.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof.
It reminds me
Don't
of
like
those
that
Italian
sound.
cookies, the pizzelle.
Yes.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking
Yes.
about? Yeah. Not a fan. Mm-mm.
She doesn't seem concerned.
But-
Like, yeah, get over it.
Well, I appreciate the reference to nipples. Thank you for the shot.
You're welcome. I did work on those all week, though, I'd like to say.
Well, you did good work.
I wonder
I'm
what
proud of
other
you.
like breastfeeding related drinks there are.
Well, I came across a few, none that I really thought stood out, just like more salacious than, the actual. I wanted to go right for the gusto. I want to go after the nipple because
And
that's
it's
where
all
the
in.
good stuff comes out.
Next time we come, there is this beer called Mother's Milk. It's like sludgier than Guinness, and it's supposed to be for
Oh,
like upping
It
milk
sounds amazing.
production. So I'll bring a growler of that. Yeah, it was one of those things I was obsessed with when I was
And is this
breastfeeding.
something that you really think works, or is this another marketing TikTok scam?
So there's things called galactagogues, which are
Yes.
foods that are supposed to make you make more milk. A lot of them are foods that are just like part of a balanced diet. Like you would have like blueberries, salmon, wheat. I do think that like when you have like yeast and stuff like that, like I personally did see like an uptick in my production, but
Yeah. So long term, like drinking alcohol frequently obviously isn't great for milk supply. It
Yeah.
dehydrates you. And especially when you're in those early postpartum days, we're obviously not promoting drinking all the time because you need to heal and recover and all that. But I did notice sometimes when I have a beer, I would pump more milk. I think it has to do with kind of relaxing you too.
Yeah.
There is this pumping hack
Like
that
the
we
slutty
just
pumping.
we just shared where if you put socks over your pump bottles so that you're not worrying about how much milk you're pumping, then women get up to 3 times more milk when they're not staring,
wow.
worrying, nervous. So like if you're relaxed, laying on your couch, watching your favorite TV show, having a beer, you might get better pump output. But again, long term, no, it's not going to boost your milk supply and it's not going to do it without the frequent emptying. But listen, if you want to have a beer, have a beer.
have a beer.
All right. So, and I think we all need to wind down. So a little drink every night, a nightcap, a slippery nipple, whatever your gig is, I think it's okay. And, before we move on, if you guys, it's Breastfeeding Awareness Month, and it's so important that we get it out there. So if you have one message to moms and families and employers and whoever, what do you have to say to people?
I would say like the main thing that I say is that when moms are struggling or having trouble breastfeeding, they don't need to hear just give formula. They need more support.
And I think, go ahead.
No, I think it all comes down to support. That,
I agree.
Like I think that just because it's breastfeeding and it's feeding babies, that we tend to have this kind of like weird thing about like just give formula or something. But if somebody was going to the gym and they were trying to get in shape, like you wouldn't be like, just forget about it. You're
Just have a big
fat.
nap.
Yeah.
You're right. It's
This
not
is
supportive. Like if
you.
their
That's actually
goal,
a
if
good
their
reference.
goal, yeah, if
That's a
their
great- that's
goal
a great
is
reference.
breastfeeding, and then you're telling them to do something that totally goes against what their goal was, like you're not being supportive. Like some people and some nurses even feel like that like takes the pressure off the mom. But then I'm like, yeah, but I feel like you leave with this sense of regret almost, like that you didn't meet your goal, and then you look back and maybe wish that you had more support or wish that you did something differently. So the answer shouldn't just be, oh, just give formula. It should be like, let's figure out what's really going on. Let's get you the right support. And yes, if you're someone who truly has a low milk supply medically, which is rare, that's fine. We'll supplement with formula. Of course, you need to meet your baby's needs. But a lot of times there's other ways that, they can get it to work out.
I just also think it's like a new skill, like a couple, like maybe you get married, you learn each other, then you have a baby like 4 years later or whatever. It's like, you're not just going to like meet all the baby's needs within like the first week, like you have to learn the baby. What is it like when it's hungry? What is it like when it's sleepy? So, it's a new skill, like driving. Like you weren't just ready to like drive for Uber right away after you got a license, so it's just like, let it, like there's going to be a learning curve. It's going to be a little bit difficult, but you will get your footing. That's what I would say to
It's just such a relief to know that there's a resource that I can refer my patients to now, whereas I don't even feel like 2 years ago there was such a resource. I feel like
There's not a lot out there.
there
There's
really-
not a lot
there
out
really
there.
shrouded.
isn't.
Breastfeeding is really shrouded in mystery. It's one of the things that like I'll say, like they ask us all the time at the OB office. Plus I was 35 plus when I had each kid. So they were like, I was there all the time. And they were like, do you want to breastfeed? Do you want to breastfeed? Nobody talked to me about it,
And I think another takeaway I want to say of one statement is that what me and Evangeline feel is that like the way a lot of people educate about breastfeeding is they give these blanket statements that are easier for them, easier for their liability. Okay, just don't drink. Just don't do this. Just don't do that. Okay, don't use this product because for some people it doesn't work. And what we believe in is educating you, empowering you that this is what science shows, this is the evidence, and how about you decide if this is right for you or if this works for you.
Yeah, we always tell patients the why, and like I'm not just gonna like talk at you because I think that that's part of like making women crazy. Like you can't.
Women are crazy.
No, but I think it's part
Now, see, that was bait.
Ouch,
You're not
ouch.
getting me. Nope.
No, I think it's
Oh,
part of
no.
making women like absolutely nuts. Is like you can't drink when you're breastfeeding. You can't do
Right.
this when you're breastfeeding. You can't do that. It's like, why does it have to be this like ultra limiting thing? Like, why can't
So many
we-
rules.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, why
because they
can't-
don't want to take the time to explain
Yeah.
like, the nuances, and everything to do with this is so nuanced, really. So
Yeah.
it's like you have to explain it, and then the person can realize if it fits for them. Like there's like a product that we love, and we see people saying, "Oh, don't use that," but we're like, just because it doesn't work for a small amount of people, let's educate you and see if
Right.
it works for
Well,
you.
I really feel like you guys offer this bespoke, tailored service to
Yes.
your patients.
I
you
hope
know?
so.
And it's so individualized, as medicine always is and should be. I always tell everybody, well, my friend used it for their UTI and it worked great. Well, you know what? One size doesn't fit all in medicine,
No.
right?
Right.
As we all know, we're all nurses. And I think that's the beautiful thing about this, is that you women are extremely well educated, well experienced nurses, on top of the fact that you are also moms that are specializing, and you acknowledge that there are so many components that go into each of and every one of your patients. It
Yeah.
really is such an opportunity to tailor each person's. I mean, I can't help but rely back to, the nursing process, but their diagnosis, their
Yeah,
planning, their
yeah.
evaluation, what we're going to go through as iterations as nurses. But, it's there because it works.
Yeah.
Right.
We
Yeah.
also did it recently. I think that's like also like a big thing. I think that you need somebody who's walked that road and knows how difficult it can be,
Yeah, it's not to say it's impossible for like a professional who hasn't breastfed, to help you. Like, of course they can, but
Mhm.
that level of empathy and understanding is really tough because you know what it's
Right.
like being a mom, being postpartum, the stress, life happening, having multiple kids. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, I work a lot in ensuring that every patient gets the same treatment every single time. Talk to me. How are you getting paid for what you do? Are you getting insurance payment? Because I fully believe that insurance should be, I don't care if it's Medicaid or if it's privatized, it needs to pay for families to have breastfeeding support.
Yeah. So
And-
we're partnering with the Lactation Network, which is a huge network out there that enables you to get breastfeeding visits through insurance. One of their
Awesome.
main quotes is like, lactation shouldn't be a luxury. I love that. I think it's so true. We
So
shouldn't be
true.
something that you can only access if like you can afford
Is there a
it.
website? Anything want to?
We'll put our QR code up there.
Yeah.
What is
so-
the organization though?
The Lactation Network. So we take insurance through the Lactation Network. So
Okay.
we have a QR code. You guys can scan our QR code and then book us, because you put in all your insurance information and whatnot, and then we're able to see you through insurance. I think it's normally like maybe a prenatal, postnatal, and then like 6 visits or so.
Yeah, it
Which
depends
is
on the
awesome.
insurance company.
Yeah.
Some are like unlimited, some are like 3, some are 6. It really depends on what you're needing, but it's great for the ability to like do a prenatal class, to follow up postpartum and see how the baby's latching. Then maybe you want to see us when you're going back to work, to plan pumping and all of that. Then maybe when you're weaning, you want to see us again. Like, we want to be able to support you through the whole journey, not just
Right.
in the very beginning. And like, I feel like so many women are just depending on the hospital lactation consultant that they see for 15 minutes, which isn't
Yeah.
the lactation consultant's fault, because they have so many patients to see. They're not able to give you that same level of attention and detail and care. When we
Yeah.
come to the houses, we're asking you your health history and
Yeah.
like talking about specific things that pertain to you. Like, do you have gestational diabetes? Okay, let's talk
Yeah.
about that. Are you delivering the baby preterm? Let's talk about that.
Mhm.
You're not going to get that at a generic class. They're
Oh,
just going
no.
to give you the broadest, most like
Right.
non-specific kind of advice.
Also,
Sure.
with going back to work, I mean, I feel like it means something so differently for each of us. Like if you're working overnight, we're going to have a different conversation. If you're working like 9 to 5 and you're working from home, so it's like, what does going back to work mean for women now?
Yeah.
Right.
And I think we really need to have that conversation, and you really need to have that conversation with a lactation consultant if you want to be like breastfeeding and pumping, who's going to support you and like that, whatever that means for you.
I mean, we begin looking for preschool for children when they're born.
I know.
However, we can offer this amazing natural gift from just being a human being,
Which has been scientifically proven to up their gray
Oh.
matter in their brain.
just
Yes.
among like, that's just one tick of a box.
My
It's-
kids are very smart, like too smart. Like I would like it if they could just like
Too much colostrum in those brains.
Too much
Making them too
colostrum.
smart.
Yeah. I just, I really hope that, if nothing else, we can just let people know that there is such a resource out there, and we God, we would love to be able to provide the information for you. You just message us and we will get it to you. You guys do remote work?
Yeah, we can see patients remotely. It's
You are-
better
Yeah,
to
we
see
could.
the
Yeah,
baby.
we
Of
like to go
course.
in person. We like to like
Yeah.
assess the breast. We actually like check the flange size,
Measure
put the pump
nipples,
on
yeah.
you. Like
Uh-huh.
there's so many things that we do that are important that it's in person, but of course we can do virtual.
But there are different levels of when you intervene that I imagine you could probably make more remote.
yeah,
You could,
yeah.
like there could be interview parts that are
of
more.
course.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know.
All right. So I think just shifting gears, I wanted to do a shout out to the American Nurses Association. And
Oh,
we know
yes.
that is the national association or membership that really supports every single nurse in
Mhm.
this country, in Puerto Rico, in DC, and Guam, the US Virgin Islands, all of our territories. And they showed up on the Hill. They went to Washington, D.C., I believe it was in June. And they made some serious level noise. So,
they sure
I mean,
did.
they really did.
This wasn't just one of those social media photo ops either. This was a movement. This was a legitimate nurses, students, leaders stormed the halls of 244 House offices and 244 House offices and 92 Senate offices to deliver a unified message that we're the experts, hear us, respect us, and fund us.
Yeah, and I think ANA President Dr. Jennifer Kennedy, shout out to you, girlfriend. She was super clear in her message on the Hill, and she said, nurses, we are not just caregivers, we are agents of change. And she really looked at 4 kind of targeted focus areas. She talked about preserving Medicaid funding, which we know is taking a huge hit right now. And when you think about patients that receive Medicaid, they're the vulnerable population.
Yep.
They can't take the hit. They are not the patient population that can take the hit.
Yeah.
Looking at Title VIII nursing workforce programs and reauthorizing them, protecting us from workplace violence. And we've talked about that over and over again here at Code Lavender and on the Blue Network. And then just really looking at our nationwide patient population, improving their access to care. You know, we're in a fortunate kind of geographical location where, I mean, you can like walk out your front door and step on your neighbor. So we have access. When you think about people in rural communities, some of them have no access to care. There's no providers close to them. So I think, you know, this was an awesome show up of the American Nurses Association. And I'm really, you know, whatever, they're a serious organization. They pump out a lot of stuff for us, but they yell for us. They like get up there and they scream.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you.
it just couldn't come at a more urgent time. I mean, Congress is eyeing an $8 billion with a B cut to
Oh no,
Medicaid.
it's 800 billion. My
Oh,
friend.
I'm so
employed
sorry.
By them,
I'm so
Medicaid.
sorry.
Yes,
800 billion cut
Please
to
don't
Medicaid.
discount what they're doing.
Do you
But that's
wanna
like
make a
7
deal?
million people in this country. They're going to lose health insurance.
I
coverage.
mean,
it's a lot.
it's terrifying, and you know, our nurses in rural areas are saying this just isn't about numbers. This is truly about lives, Ashley.
And they were testifying in one of their political hearings. I don't know what goes on the Hill, but you know, it was interesting because
Corruption.
Yes,
Oh,
that's,
that's
that. Oh,
sorry,
you better play some kind of disclaimer.
no.
They're coming for
That's
us.
me.
We're not talking about breasts anymore.
That's Mo speaking, and corruption happens on the Hill.
Corruption.
The
But
Lactation Network. We put the
link
in the
awesome.
comments, and we
Wonderful.
also put nursingworld.org up in the
Yeah.
in the comments as well.
QR code.
Yeah, send it over. And I, you know, but one of the things that was astounding for me is one of the ANA officials, I don't know who, got up and said, who in this room has experienced workplace violence? And the entire room stood up. And I think we don't acknowledge it. We really
No.
don't get up there and say like, yeah, this is going on every day.
Unfortunately, this is something that rings true to me. Something that you said to me a really long time ago is that I don't press charges because I just think it's part of the job. But Ashley, it's just not.
Right.
It just simply is not. I mean, that's why we demanded a passage of a workplace violence prevention for healthcare and social services Workers Act, HR 2531/S.1232. It would be.
I gotta slow down. The one's not that fast.
Oh,
No.
it's okay.
HR.
It's some act, some legislative act.
now
and
you
can
now you
Google
sound
it
like
if
Mike
you'd
Freed.
like.
No.
Mike Freed, I like Mike Freed. He's my people.
Well,
Mike Freed is good egg.
I remember the show. I don't remember who starred in it. Sounded great. Different take. You'd love it. No, no. So what is it again? HR.
It's the Workplace
25
Violence Prevention Act.
31/S.1232.
We'll get
And
it.
what it really does is it forces OSHA, you guys know about OSHA, right?
Yeah.
We all hear about OSHA,
Mhm.
to enforce real standards out there and protect whistleblowers. And that's one of the biggest things we fail to report because we're afraid of the repercussions. And that's not just nursing. It's everywhere. It's a lot easier to just go home and deal with it in the shower.
It's unfortunately, I don't think that's it's a fear of repercussion on your part, though.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's definitely just accepted as part of the job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that.
All right. So, I think the group of nurses that went, they represented us well, and they gave all the legislators on Capitol Hill, I loved it, a stethoscope with a big middle finger attached, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
And it was really a symbolism of our profession and a
The
reminder
finger or the
that
stethoscope?
this right here, 2 fingers I would give. But I think it's a reminder that we're at the bedside 24 hours a day. Nurses, we are who it is. We are going to take care of you no matter what funding they cut from us, no matter what they take from you. You come, you show up, we're going to take care of you.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really important message. And thank you, ANA, for every day showing up for every single nurse in this country.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Whether you're bedside, boardroom, or budget hearing, we see you. We do. Honestly, we support you. And, your advocacy matters. It matters to us as nurses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now I would like to say, what the fuck?
Now we're talking.
What
See,
the
this is where it
fuck?
goes.
Here we go.
Yup.
We're going
Now-
down.
Oh my God. Are we going to
So,
do this really?
We're going to do this.
Why not?
Because what the fuck are you doing? So I ran across this article, and I love nurses. I freaking love nurses, except
Well, you should.
I
mean,
do.
what the fuck?
Okay, but
except this bitch cut somebody's leg off. And I'm like, what?
Wait,
are you
wait,
doing?
wait.
Like, what
Wait,
are you
wait,
doing?
wait.
Actually,
What?
yeah, I you can't make this up. I
All
mean,
right.
last month, I think you remember we talked about our friend with all the fake nursing licenses and
that keeps
the
popping up. I got to tell you,
imposer.
there's
Yeah, I
a
know
lot of
it's
girls out there
again,
doing that.
Somebody in Florida.
Uh-huh.
But this
This?
lovely young lady,
This is
Mary
different.
Kay Brown. I'm giving you some more fame. 62 years old. Go Mary Brown.
She looks good.
She looks good for 62. That's what was my first
Oh
thought.
no, that was the wrong picture. That's the
okay.
crazy lady.
Oh, she looks
Oh, no,
young.
no, no.
Wait, hold
Ashley,
on.
no,
That was
no,
that
no.
was the one from last week.
No,
Wait,
no,
is
no,
it
no.
this one?
That's not Mary.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. She looks like a Mary Brown too, doesn't
Go
she?
Mary.
comment.
She looks like a Mary Brown.
Oh, maybe her victim was 62. I misspoke. But
Oh.
Mary Kay.
She-
Mary Kay,
what? Yes.
were you thinking?
Mary
All
Kay,
right.
how old are you though?
She
Mary
is from
Kay, sound Mary
Spring
Kay.
Valley, Wisconsin.
Could be anything. We
Okay.
don't know.
And she is a nurse.
Okay.
A licensed real nurse, actually did school passports and got a real license.
Yes.
She's
Okay.
not
Okay,
even an
yeah.
imposter.
And then
Uh-huh.
what'd she do?
She cut off her patient's foot. She performed an amputation while at work.
What did she use?
Using, thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
here we go.
Is it a knife from the
I
cafeteria?
mean, she's in Wisconsin, so it was a little taxidermy style, as you can
Cheese?
imagine.
A cheese wheel?
Oh, take it, Tanya.
This blue wine has me so.
It's magical.
It's a sparkles,
It's
honey.
magical.
It's a sparkles.
Glitter.
I don't know. He poured something in it when I was downstairs.
I do agree with that. No,
That's called roofies. I mean,
We all know what it's called, honey.
I
The
apologize.
when they gave me
Please.
this-
I mean, hypothetically.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Hypothetically.
All right. But
All right, so
listen,
seriously.
if that's not enough to make your
All right.
stomach turn,
What did she use?
she used bandage scissors.
I mean, what would you use?
I mean, it has a blunt end, right?
No.
Thank you.
Have
No.
we all not ever thought that we could just be doctors?
No.
Oh, this is what you should do. No?
No, I would
I've
use
You
kind
guys,
of
you
felt
guys are
like
better
they're
than doctors.
Yeah,
Foot-
I've seen
You guys
a
are
couple
better than
procedures,
doctors.
like circumcisions. Like I'm like, I kind of feel like I could do this.
That?
'Cause I've seen
We're
them
talking
enough,
about-
but,
I
like,
mean-
All right,
No,
maybe
no.
I take it back. You're not better than doctors.
Listen.
One time you was telling me how you would put in breast implants. Do you remember that? You were
yes,
like,
I also think I could do a breast
you were
augmentation.
like,
I
I
think
would
you
just
could.
do it like this, and I was like,
Because my
Honest-
doctor explained it to me how he was going to do it, and I'm like, I could do that.
I feel like
You could, but I'm thinking if
I
it's,
wouldn't though.
if it's got a pulse,
I've seen
I'm
people
probably
put
gonna
in
stay
BP
away
shunts.
from
I
it.
feel like I could do it.
But yeah, so she just
you could. but
this guy-
should you?
At a boredom, no. Did she
At a
need to
boredom.
amputate
All right,
the
okay.
foot?
No, so he had frostbite. I mean,
Oh.
Wisconsin, it's all kind of going together.
That's awful.
He had
yeah.
frostbite, and she was concerned about his poor little feet. So, but she got a pair of bandage scissors, and honestly, folks, that's not going to cut off a foot. Not in
No,
a
they're like
level of comforting way.
kindergarten
It's going to
scissors.
hurt.
yeah, those-
I mean,
And
just,
no doctor present, no consent, no discussion, clearly no
Pain meds?
protocol.
Pain
I don't
meds?
really know if she medicated him. I want to believe that somewhere in that black hole, her heart
She
came
gave him
through
an
because
IV.
we all have a heart,
Morphine.
right?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I just want the actual fuck.
What
Yeah,
was
no,
her
makes sense
reasoning?
to that.
Did
Go
she
ahead.
give a reason?
Because he had frostbite.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah,
gave a reason. Yeah.
know.
Oh yes, she did. She sure did.
And what's crazy is, so when it all came to fruition and stuff, she had to pay a $443 fine.
Wait.
$443
wait.
for a foot.
That's
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 the
the
market
price
out
of the
there for a
foot?
foot, I guess.
I get more than
The
that from
frostbite
Aflac.
fine.
Is
Like,
she going to get criminal charges though? Like
are
what?
you-
Right. And she pled guilty to a misdemeanor. And I'm gonna pull in our law enforcement friends. What's that mean? What's a misdemeanor?
I mean,
Nothing.
nothing.
Right.
Isn't that
Nothing.
just like not wearing your seatbelt or?
Isn't that
Yeah,
like,
pretty
no,
much. Yeah,
urinating
not bringing
on
your
the
trash
street?
in from the curb. Yeah, pretty much.
Right. But wait, I think you have to understand
Did
what
she lose her
happened to
license
the
or no?
patient. What
Right,
happened to the
Okay,
patient?
so here's the thing: is that poor Mr. Doug McFarland did, in fact, die a
Yeah.
few days after the incident. Of course, he did. All right.
Oh, my stepdad.
And the community, rightfully outraged, social media began exploding, and people are asking, "Where's the justice?" And I'm asking it with them.
Yeah, and I mean, the man died. $443 in court costs and a little misdemeanor for somebody's life and their foot. They couldn't even go to the afterlife with their damn foot attached. I mean, for real, when I go to hell, I would like to have my
Both feet.
appendages.
I mean,
I would
both
like
feet.
them on the body.
God damn it! I want both of my feet.
But,
you
and
wouldn't have cold feet though. If you're going to
Why
hell,
is
how
this
about that?
nurse doing extra stuff? That's what I want to
right. Well,
Is she
and
getting
I-
paid more to
Yeah,
call
like-
people's feet? Like she
yeah,
needs
like-
to just do
right.
her job.
And was
Yeah.
this really some compassionate movement? Because
No.
I really do believe nurses are good people, right? Like, we don't like to see people suffer. We want to make it better.
No.
We want to fix you.
I think she
but
wanted to see if
what
she could do
were
it.
you doing?
I think she wanted to see if she could do it.
I agree with you because there's no part of me as a nurse, even
No,
though I'm
I
not
got so much to do.
terribly
You got
experienced.
to document. You got to
That-
see the patients.
This
Well-
is the thing that there's no part of me that wants to take on more
No.
than what I'm already doing because I'm not a subject matter expert on that.
Well, and then I have to say, I mean, has anybody ever been scrubbed in the OR when they're amputating something? I have.
I have not.
It's barbaric. There are chainsaws
I was gonna say,
and
it's like a saw
drills
to go through
and
the bone.
tools that belong in my garage
Mhm.
that are involved, and there's cracking and weird noises, and you want to die the whole time. I just cannot see myself getting through a whole foot with a bandage scissor.
Wow.
That's bizarre.
I'm-
That's bizarre because
I'm
they're
like,
not even that
wow.
sharp.
No, at all.
No.
At all. At all.
No, I literally give my bandage scissors to the kids when they can't find their kindergarten.
Yeah,
scissors.
Yeah,
like here,
because
try
I
this,
intense.
hardly-
because nobody's getting hurt.
They hardly cut construction
Right,
paper.
right.
So I don't,
Trauma shears may be different,
Yeah.
and that's like maybe the person writing this article messed up. Maybe they meant
I
trauma
mean,
I
shears.
it-
hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah, there's just I think in no way can this be pushed through a lens that will make it okay to me. However, there's got to be more to this. I really feel like she had to have been standing on the precipice of death. And I don't know.
Well, and then as I read further, there was at some level, at some point in time, there was some administrator, God bless them all, who actually told her not to do this. So she verbalized that she
Don't.
might
You
cut
think?
somebody's foot off.
Don't do it.
You
I
know,
think
so
this
bad
might
idea, like,
not be a
don't
good
do it.
idea.
just
Don't.
go home.
No, just medicate the patients normally and
Yeah.
turn them like you were going to. Just don't cut his foot off.
Yeah, not today.
Not tonight.
Not on a
no.
Tuesday.
With safety scissors.
No,
Yeah.
we're not
Don't.
ready.
And and I think that's where we talk about a lot about what is our scope of
Right.
practice,
Yeah.
and I
Mhm.
think it's one of the more confusing things. I think as nurses, we're very clear on our scope of practice, right? It's everybody else who isn't. Clearly, Mary Brown is confused, but we're often asked to do things that we're not allowed to do because we're limited by scope. Families think that we should be doing things and it's like, no, we have a box that we sit in.
Yeah.
And, so I think, and scopes of practice are there for protection,
Yeah.
right? They protect
yeah.
us,
Yeah.
but they also protect the people we're taking care of.
Oh
So,
yeah. I mean, you're putting at risk patient harm, your license, and unfortunately, in this case, someone's life.
I would never take a patient's foot off. Like I
No.
can't even
No.
imagine if the doctor had like a gun to my head and they were like saw his foot off. I'd be like, nope, you got to do it.
Yeah.
I know. And even like, I don't know if you've experienced this, Ashley, with like if you wear a white coat, like people call you doctor. And I always correct them. I'm like, I'm not a doctor. I'm your lactation
Yeah.
consultant. Like we do different things.
Yeah.
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 The
Well.
patients don't really understand.
And I
Yeah.
always crack up because I am technically doctor,
Well,
but
you're-
I will
yeah,
always
yeah,
and
you are a
forever be
doctor.
a nurse. So it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, doc. And people call me Dr. Ashley because there has to be a
Yeah,
separation
but you have
of
the title,
formality of
yeah.
it, right? So I think, it's just next month I really want to come on here and talk about a nurse in the news who didn't cut somebody's shit off or who didn't impersonate a nurse. And
Well, that would
put
be
people-
uplifting.
I would love to
I'm
talk
looking.
about some nurse who does
I'm
something
looking.
amazing.
I'm looking.
It has to be out there.
I'm
but
looking. I swear, I really.
all of 'em.
How about me?
It's all
You're
of
not in
them.
the news. Next.
Well, I have newsworthy information.
No. I want a famous nurse. I want somebody out there who's doing. I did
Have my
see
moments.
there's some celebrity. Oh shit! I came so unprepared. Some celebrity, and the article was really demeaning. I'm gonna find it in a second.
Well, say the name because
it was
we
in the
have
New York
Blue's the
Times.
resource. Say
New
it.
York Times. I'm gonna.
She'll
look for the
find it.
post
She'll
or
find it.
something. But an actress who I knew her name right away, it made some comment that she had to stoop and go back to her nursing career after a financial setback.
Blue's on it. She's looking
I
for it right
looked
now.
at it for a couple seconds. It was like yesterday, and I'm like, middle finger emoji. Here we are. Here I am again with that damn middle finger. Both because it was just the way the headline read about stooped to like nursing.
Was it Kate
career.
Goss-
Was it a Real
Gosselin?
Housewives?
Yes, Kate Gosselin.
Kate
There you go, see?
Gosselin's a nurse. Throw it up there.
The Real
Kate-
Housewives are all nurses too. Like
Yeah.
Kim Zolciak.
Well, none
A
of them
lot,
work,
yeah, a few
so
of them.
doesn't count.
Luann was a
Luann.
housewife. Kim
Yeah.
Zolciak was an LPN.
Yeah.
Shout out to my housewives.
But yeah, and I felt like for the most part as nurses, we get good publicity and people trust us. And you usually see good headlines, but these crazy people cutting off people's feet and impersonating us. And now the celebrities are stooping back to the level
I'll
of
find one.
nursing.
I
It was really
promise.
just
I'll restore your faith in the
disenchanting.
the
What an
media.
awful thing to
I'll
happen
do it.
to
I'll find
us.
one. It'll be my look. Nothing else matters to me for the next month. I promise you.
I have an idea for someone you guys can interview.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, and on those
mm.
lines, we're looking for anybody to interview. We want to find out, what are you guys doing out there that's cool? We all have sort of a side job, and we talk
Mm.
about that all the
We do.
time. And you guys are doing something really cool on the side. We're
Mm,
all doing
just-
something different. So we're looking for guests, please. Evangeline, Laurie. Let them know you want to come talk to us.
Yeah.
Hit us up on social media.
So listen, who wants to see a toe?
A toe.
Wait, what?
Does anybody want to see a toe?
What kind of a toe?
Well,
Yeah, no, that's a loaded question.
look,
What?
it's one that needs a tow truck.
Is this one that needs a pair of bandage scissors?
Well, look, why don't you be the judge for yourself? Do we have a photo of my toe? Blue?
I just broke my toe too.
Hold on.
Did
You broke your toe?
I did.
It hurts,
No.
right? It's like the worst.
You don't have my toe pictures?
You don't. Oh no.
It's your toe?
Oh,
Are
what's
they
it?
on OnlyFans?
No.
Do you know how
Yeah.
many of my nursing colleagues
they're
have an
out-
Our
they're out
monetization is going to go through the
Stop it,
roof.
do they
Hold on a
really?
second.
No, but they're out there.
There
My
are
little
a
Blue
my
is
lot
little-
saying you did
of-
not send her toe pictures.
My
I
little
just
piggy.
Well, hold
sent
on,
some
wait,
toe pictures.
wait.
Oh,
She just
boy.
got them just now.
Okay.
Give it a second. It's coming.
Are you
We'll
allowed
load them
to
up.
share these
Now you got to
pictures?
stall.
I'm very
Have you been given
intrigued.
permission?
What
I
we're
have been
about to
given
look at.
permission.
I don't,
No.
you know,
Stall
it's
to
a
the toe
nursing
pictures.
thing.
Come up.
Oh, look.
Stall.
They're worth the
Oh,
wait. I can tell you.
pictures.
Please don't.
Evangeline,
disconnect.
you'll be fine. You're an ER nurse. This is like every day.
I
This
don't,
is-
I don't
here-
like feet.
No,
I don't
it's-
like-
I'm
it's
gonna
okay.
stall. The Lactation Network QR code is up on the screen.
Yes.
There you go. We're gonna stall to the. I don't even know what the toe pictures.
I
Why are
wanted
we
to
looking
say
at
this.
toes?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you-
We're gonna-
Explain. Give
all
the
right, all right, let
backstory.
me give you
Why?
the
Women's toes
context.
probably okay. Men's feet, I hate them.
No, it's okay. No,
Oh.
listen. This
All
is Wait, what are
men
we
should
wrong
go
with?
for pedicures.
Yeah.
I cannot stress this
not
enough.
in my foot salon. Thank you very
Okay,
much. I
whatever.
do not need men stinking up the joint. I want to sit there
No,
with
they
a
use
bunch
their
of
own
women.
joints with
Very hostile.
cigars and
Give them their
whiskey.
own
Very
joint
hostile.
to stink
That's a
up.
good
I don't.
business
Oh my
idea.
God, we're gonna open
Male.
the Blue Men's Foot Spa
Yes,
with breast
a
milk
male-
bath bombs and cigars and whiskey
And blue wine.
Blue
Blue
wine.
wine.
We
Please
gotta
do
do
not.
the blue
Please
wine.
do not give Mike any
Where's
ideas
Mike?
because he's gonna
Mike?
drag. He's gonna drag me in. Just please no.
You
Listen.
could be like the test subject. We'll try it out on you.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, I was supposed to be getting stuck with a needle and getting
that's
an
next
IV.
month.
Oh, you will. It'll happen.
Oh,
She has to learn a little bit more before she goes.
No, I don't though.
I'm kidding.
I trust you.
You should.
I trust. No, 100%.
Absolutely.
Do you want to amputate my foot with
No.
scissors?
No.
You can do that.
No, I don't want to amputate
Come out.
anything. Actually, it's.
I mean, she would. I mean, she's
Not
done
that I
it.
couldn't.
All right, so
Oh.
let's wait
No,
a
that's
minute.
wrong.
Wait,
Go back.
wait a
Go back.
minute.
Go
back.
Pause.
No. Yes.
All
Okay.
right, so that's the
Okay.
start.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
All right, so
so-
describe.
All right.
So my friend told me that actually her boyfriend went in complaining of pressure, a little bit of pain, but not remembering that he had dropped anything on the toe. And he presented with this. I mean, giving a little context. I mean, my girlfriend, she is in Boston.
He
Okay.
has some like girl looking feet, but go on.
So
Well, Boston's fucked up.
he
so that
easily-
explains that.
I
I know
look,
the Sasquatch.
honey,
remember?
listen, please. I lived in Boston
Down
for
Quincy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I lived in Boston for 4 years. So, I mean, to drop something on your foot in a haze is not out of line. It absolutely is something that could happen. However, he insisted he couldn't remember. So he goes to the doctor's office, and the doctor says, "Oh, that's that's interesting looking. I think we're gonna have another look at that." Okay, well, fast forward to the next photo. Turns out our friend actually has melanoma
Of the
What
toe.
of the toe,
Fuck.
right
Yeah.
through the toenail.
I think that's what happened to Bob
Wow.
Marley.
I think
To Bob
I
Marley.
think you're right.
Of the toe.
I thought that
think-
was cocaine.
No,
Oh,
no,
shit,
she's
me
right.
too.
No,
She's
it was
right.
not too much reggae.
She's right.
It was melanoma. of
She's
his
right.
Was it
toe.
too much cocaine?
It was
No.
melanoma. of
It was
his toe,
melanoma,
actually.
100%. So he went in and
I love Bob Marley. I really love Bob Marley.
Get up.
oh
stand up.
yeah,
Stand up for
three
your
little
right.
birds on my doorstep.
By the way, no gardening
And
and
now we have a
breastfeeding
karaoke
against
show.
that.
I want to do
Wait, go back
karaoke
there.
so bad.
Say word.
She
Honey,
just told me she
that-
wants to find
Honey,
karaoke and
I am the
Podunk,
queen.
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh, I love
honey.
this.
Yes, honey, I can throw down. Listen, and I have zero shame. I don't.
We are
Well, you
aware.
have to.
Well
To do
aware.
karaoke, you have to have
No,
zero shame.
actually, I have lots of
All right, well-
pride because I'm so fucking good.
Okay.
Okay,
What's your
uh-huh.
song? What's your go-to karaoke song?
Give me one. Give me one. I can yodel.
Oh.
But you don't have like a go-to
You're
that
gonna
you do?
Oh, honey, I can do pretty much
Uh-oh.
anything. There's no lyrics. All right, let me
All right.
finish my fucking toe story. Well,
I'm
can we
sorry.
Please
I'm sorry.
go back
I'm sorry.
to my
Sorry.
toe.
Yes.
This is very serious, actually, as the nurses are all looking
Yeah.
at me. Here's the thing. This brings us right back to our fundamentals, does it not? On our head to toe, no pun intended
I was
there.
gonna say.
But who takes off a sock when they're doing a head to toe even?
Nobody.
Not many people.
Who
No.
actually looks at people's
Buddy.
toes? You better
You look
all
at
say
you look
do.
at that, you think, I wonder what he dropped. If you see it at all. Do you
Right.
not?
Yeah, if you see a
Okay.
bruised toenail, you're not going to think anything of it.
So now you are.
Yeah.
Right? And if
Absolutely.
nothing else comes out of this, if one nurse looks at that and says, I think I'm going to talk to him about that, or pulls the socks off and says, this is what it all comes back to, does it not? I mean, really? We get so desensitized to looking at various things that we really don't even think. But holy crap, that really brought it home to me. He did not lose the toe. Thank God. It had not metastasized because they were concerned that it was going to go lymphatic at that point. So, I mean, a word of warning, nothing is necessarily benign. Just ask your patient, talk to them, connect, and really communicate with your patients on every level. It doesn't matter if it's toes or boobies.
Yeah.
Or
They always
their
say
boobies.
doctors
I
treat the
mean, boobies are
patients
better than
and
toes.
nurses. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, there
Doctors
are
treat
some
the disease,
people.
Nurses treat the patients, you know?
Right.
Of course.
It's really important. Yeah.
Absolutely. But this is just kind of really like brought it all home to me at the right time.
Mhm.
And I was so grateful to my friend for sharing with me because, you know, you hear it, you read it, you think, whatever, you know, and it just kind of gets out of your head. But this could have gone so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So before we wrap up, I know, we always like to plug something and elevate our peers and
we
our
100%.
friends. And
Elevate.
so I think
Slippery
you brought
nipples.
somebody along with us today. So tell us what you're pushing.
Okay, so for me today, I have a friend whose name is Chris Zinnell, Z in Canadian speak, INNEL, ZINNEL for Americans. He wrote a book called H-Bomb, Rising from the Ashes of Addiction, a memoir. Now, Chris's book is, this is an interesting guy, I have to tell you. He started out as a paramedic, began struggling with addiction after 9/11.
I went to zoom in and you put the book
Oh,
down.
I
Oh,
apologize.
There-
you
there
can
you
probably link it on Amazon.
You can get this on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm like on
H-Bomb.
the 5th chapter. It's pretty good.
It's a great
it's a
read.
eye
Got it.
opener.
He was a paramedic, a 9/11 responder, first responder. And as I understand, it was after the 9/11 that the tinkling around with heroin began to really accelerate. As heroin always does, it took over his life. His journey back, and it really sort of gets into the nitty gritty of heroin addiction, first responders, post-traumatic stress syndrome, a burnout, overworking, and his eventual growth into becoming an ICU nurse, which he is now doing. So I'm super proud of him. He is a great nurse, a super interesting guy, and a successful
You
author.
put the link for the book up
Merci.
on the
Ah,
screen.
Thank you.
But yeah, and I think kind of going with, and I'm on the 5th chapter. I'm
Mhm.
getting there, Chris.
Mhm.
Sorry. But I think it goes with what we talk about at Code Lavender. And this is a paramedic in New York City. He's taking care of you. He's showing up in the worst of conditions, and somehow he got lost in heroin.
Yeah.
And he was using heroin, working.
Oh,
it
absolutely.
doesn't
he
matter.
Was.
And
He absolutely was.
it got bad until he said no more. And now he's a nurse, and I think he's contributing to people in a different way. But it's just really, I think it shows that we're human beings too.
Oh, so much so,
And-
that we all have our own story. We all have our own trajectory. And although, we definitely paint ourselves white with the nurse's uniform, as the police do with their
Their
blue
blues
uniform,
and,
paramedics and firefighters with their red uniform, we paint ourselves out to be a color of one, a unity. You can expect certain things from us. We are still all individuals.
We're humans.
We are human
We're
beings.
humans.
And it can be sometimes it really takes one to know one.
You will never have perfection when you're dealing with humans. That's the thing that's missed, and that's we talk about the parallels between our professions. You'll never have perfection. Society expects it from us. But yeah, no.
Well, I mean, I think it's because it's so well laid out what the expectations are of us. However, it's the what we're running into with that handful of expectations that isn't well lined out, and that you kind of have to think on the fly and decide, okay, am I going to make a situation out of this because he did something that makes me feel threatened, or am I going to continue his care because I think he might die? So again, it keeps coming back to this very, very tenacious decision making that we have to do all day long as nurses.
Obligation
police.
to your oath. It's same as our profession. Like, how do you walk into, like, if you have somebody that you're going into a room now to care for that just assaulted the shit out of her,
Right.
and is now restrained, and just assaulted the shit out of her, but now you are obligated to provide that person with the highest level of care without discrimination and anything.
It's a tough filter to pass
This
through.
motherfucker, like, it's
When I
the
work-
parallels between our professions are unreal.
When I
Yeah.
worked in the ER, I'd like to, when we got criminals and stuff like that, or like people in jail, I used to love to be like, I'm going to take really good care of you so that you can live out like the totality of your sentence. Like,
There you go.
yeah, I'm going to take like the best care
Yeah.
of you. Don't worry. You're going to be so healthy going back to jail. Don't even worry about it.
Have a good
I might give
day.
you vitamins.
And I mean, I even saw them because if they have babies, they come to
Right.
the hospital.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
which I think is a whole other thing. And you know how I am. I think you guys did. You reported to me. I used to just wig out when they made laboring women have shackles on, and I would flip my shit until somebody took the keys and got it off. I don't care if they mass murdered their whole family. No woman in labor having a baby should be shackled to a bed. And I think and then many of them were not allowed to breastfeed. I know when I was in New York, there were facilities where they could actually, with good behavior, have their babies with them to breastfeed for the first 12 months of life or something.
Oh
And
my God.
I thought that was really liberal. I thought this is the right thing to do.
See, these are things that I don't even know.
Yeah. Well, none of us know this because we're normal. We're the white uniform nurse. We're all
Right.
very
Wait,
normal. We're
you're-
not human. And we
you're
just
normal?
have babies
Well,
the
some
normal
of
way.
us.
No. But that's the perception,
What?
right? And the person, I know you don't work in women and children's services. So yes, they bring women in and they 4-point shackle them to a bed and tell them to have a baby. And sometimes the person that's accompanying them has a heart and other times they don't, but it's wild.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
almost
Yeah, it is
like a
crazy.
science
wild.
fiction movie. You know what I
movie?
mean?
You wanna
Yeah,
make
no,
a
but it's like a
movie?
science fiction
Yeah,
scenario.
but no,
you know,
it's
where-
real. It happens. And,
Like Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, stop.
please,
It
that's
is.
another episode. That's a new
It
episode.
Stop.
Next
Stop it.
episode.
Hold
I will build a great,
on.
great wall
I
on
how
the
do-
southern border.
I
and
mean-
will have Mexico.
I mean,
pay
how did
for
you-
that wall.
I can't
Mark my
resist.
words.
I'm sorry.
I'm just waiting for him to build the one across my country.
Just
Get the Canadians out.
I actually have, though, one of my coworkers who's now a sergeant. He arrested somebody that was breastfeeding in the cell. That it happens, like, in
What are you gonna
not
do?
shackled, not
Well, not
handcuffed. It's just what it is.
if it's against the law, it is against the law. And if it's inhumane, that's not yours to decide.
No,
Unfortunately, that's the world.
criminals
that
are still humans,
They
Yeah.
sure are.
and the kids have nothing to do with it.
They sure don't.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Ladies, if there is one message that we could shout from the rooftops for National Breastfeeding Month, what would it be?
Yeah, and I think just plug yourselves because we're plugging people.
wanna
You
get
have
it.
this company out
Any
there.
any
right?
websites, anything? We'll put them in the comments.
Yes,
Yes.
we're
Go with it.
at Elevation Lactation, no underscores, no spaces on both Instagram and TikTok. Our email, if you want to contact us directly, is elevationlactation@gmail.com. If you want to find out how to book a prenatal class or a postpartum visit with us. And the main takeaway is just we need more education, more support for breastfeeding moms.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right.
So it sounds like we're going to wrap up for today, Ashley.
We are. And I think the other thing I want to mention, not to take anything away from breastfeeding for August, and that's why we fixated on it, but it is also National Immunization Month. So,
Sure is.
and that's a controversial topic that I'm not willing to get into, but I believe in vaccinations. So I just want to let everybody know that you can get any vaccine you'd like at CVS. And the pharmacists there are professionals and they're really, really educated. And Walgreens and every other pharmacy out there. I'm not advocating CVS today. But, go get your vaccine, see what you're due for, see what's available for you. Because, I always tell people I get my flu shot every year. Is it because I'm going to get the flu or I'm afraid of it? Absolutely not. But I might kill somebody I'm taking care of. And it might be a small child or an older person who dies at my hands because I'm healthy and can handle the flu and they can't. So it's not quite flu vaccine season, but we're getting there.
Yeah, we're very close.
So we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And remember, if you your baby's too young to get a vaccine, that breastfeeding and your colostrum is going to provide them with all those natural antibodies.
Right. So there we go.
point. Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah. Good conversation today.
Thank you for having us.
Oh,
Thank you so much
so much
fun.
for
So
coming.
Thank you so much
If-
for coming down.
If I can, before you guys go,
Yes.
if I can plug my buddy's photo shoot.
Absolutely.
please.
He-
What's going on?
Please.
He is now retired, my former partner, 31 years on the Port Authority Police Department. For the last 19
Wow.
years, he's been taking professional grade photography pictures down at Liberty State Park with the New York skyline in the background. Any EMS, fire, or PD rigs that want to come down there, equipment that want to come down there. All the contact information. Let me just
That's awesome.
this here. Yeah.
I love that.
Everything's there. Please contact them. First come, first serve.
Awesome.
It is completely free. They take the pictures for free. They supply them for free. He's, like I said, he's been doing it for 19 years. They used to be down at the Green Ring in Liberty State Park. They have a new location this year. Next year for the 25th anniversary, they're probably going to be back at the Green Ring. But yeah, every year he's got at least 75 to 100 different pieces of apparatus that are down there.
Incredible.
As far as Louisiana was the furthest one that has traveled up. And again, police, fire, EMS, it is 100% free. Please come down there. He does that obviously in recognition of all the sacrifices from 9/11. And yeah, that's it, guys. When next show? Any idea?
I don't know.
To be determined?
We're playing around.
That's
We got some
tomorrow's.
good ideas.
That's tomorrow's appointment. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, we have some great ideas. We always have great ideas, though,
Yeah.
don't we?
And then we get excited and we're like, what do we do next? And
It almost becomes. We get a couple of shows ahead, so I'm kind of forgetting where.
Well, and I
Yeah.
also too, October, obviously next month, September, so we're not quite there, but October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And
Yes.
it
Yes.
hits me hard.
Uh-huh.
My grandma and two of her sisters are victims of breast cancer. So really important to me. We have a Code Lavender Breast
We do.
walk team for the city for October 19th.
We do.
We've been sharing it on social media, but
If
come
anybody
join our
wants to-
team and walk with us.
Yeah,
we
donate.
can't wait. Donate
Wait, is there?
if you can.
Hold on. Is there a website for that?
It's on our Facebook, our Instagram. So I'm looking, but I think it's really, really an exciting adventure that we're gonna do. And
I can't wait.
it's so fun because I just started kind of sending it to people, and I've got students that I've taught who joined my team,
I
people who have worked for
friends
me,
who are breast
friends.
cancer survivors.
I'm texting her going, who the hell is this person? And we're like, we don't know, but they're on our breast walk team. So
We
we're
can't
really,
wait.
really
It's so
excited.
exciting. Yeah. It
And
really
and you saw the Team Knoll shirts that were floating around today. I don't want to put more information out there than I'm allowed to, but yeah, one of our people, her mother's going through it right now.
Oh yeah,
breast
so
cancer.
I want to
Yeah.
buy one. So put that information. You can float that out there. I want to.
All right.
I am all
Like I
about
said, I
the
don't-
T-shirt.
You know. Yeah, go ahead. Jump out there. Go behind them. There you go,
Come show
Dawn.
your t-shirt.
behind that.
Yeah.
I love how he points at me and he says behind that.
Behind
No, I said
that.
them. I didn't say
He
that.
did say that.
No.
Actually, he did.
Show the back too. It's
I'm
beautiful.
gonna zoom in. Hold on.
Oh, if your courage rises when difficulties befall you, you are made of the stuff that wins. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Turn around,
Honestly.
Dawn. Now turn around. There you go.
Team
Knoll.
No. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to speak out of school. I don't know what I'm supposed to put out there or not, but yeah, her mother's going through it.
Wow.
It's
Yeah, Dawn, anything we have permission to post it up there. And
it's something that's this impacts males, females, mothers,
Right.
fathers. There's nobody that this doesn't touch.
Yeah. And I just think like what better fun than to get together with a bunch of cool people that you know that you don't know
Mhm.
and join our team and come to it's at Central Park on Sunday, October 19th. And we're just gonna walk and I don't
I'm
know.
not saying
we
that
really
I won't
like
bring
headbands.
cocktails, but
will there be slippery
There
nipples?
might be headbands.
no, nothing as elaborate as that. It's going to be quick and dirty, I promise, which is far more my
yeah.
style.
Oh.
I mean, I make the pretty ones here. Look,
It's Jason Bourne.
I
Jesus
have
Lord.
I have some. You cut it out, you psycho. Sorry.
Never. I'm not the crazy one. The crazy people surround me. Not me.
And then so that makes me
The crazy people.
The crazy people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I sent Dawn the link for the Code Lavender breast cancer walk.
All right, perfect.
So,
We'll put it up in the
exciting
comments.
stuff.
I'll let the
Yeah.
stream go long enough so we can put it up in there. and,
Perfect.
But we do have plans for
Yeah.
next month.
So
We're
next
excited.
month-
Anybody that would like to join, comment.
Well, and you know,
like-
October
and like I told you
we're
guys.
having a Halloween party dressed in
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got plans. I've
No.
got yeah.
And listen,
Alright.
anybody that again, if they can't make it down to Phillipsburg, if they want to do it remote,
Yeah.
100%,
Absolutely. Yeah.
they're
Yeah. Yeah.
100% welcome.
hmm
All right.
I think we're
Guys.
done.
Happy Saturday.
Good
Outstanding.
evening. Thanks for
Thank you
joining.
for having
Thank
us.
See you next
you.
month.